Yeah, you guys are good to go.
Card quality is awful.
Hey everybody, it's Thursday. That means it's Modern Thursday, live from Titan Games in Peoria, where card floppers and dice chuckers play in harmony. I'm Evil Bob, your resident head in the box, and it sounds worse than it is. I'm joined in the booth by Mr. Billy Murphy. How you doing, Mr. Billy Murphy?
Yo, 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 yo.
And we are starting things strong with Snell versus Mr. Jake Holmes.
Oh, we already got a lightning bolt and card.
There it is. Jake Holmes. And Jake Holmes is on... I already forgot. Oh, in fact. That's right. There we go. Okay. And Snow has already been bolted. Wait, you're on Infect and you're throwing bolts around? What the world? No. Oh, Snow threw a bolt at a hierarch.
Yeah.
Okay. And he shocked, fetched himself down to 17. Yep. Oh my goodness.
Oh, lordy.
That'll teach me to pay attention. It won't get me to pay attention.
Learn our lessons at this point.
Nah. And it is another week here at Titan Games, and that means Modern Thursday is filmed in front of a live Starfinder audience. Hello, Starfinders! Yeah, they're too busy hustling the stars. And remember, keep your eyes to the skies. That is a lot of hierarchs. Snow could not have stopped all that hierarch.
Oh my god.
So, but he is faithlessly looting, trying to get some birdage going on. Oh yeah, I was in the process of working.
The odds of getting a decent character are pretty goddamn slim. Yeah, really work around it because the average play.
That is not working.
I think my cards from China feel better than them still.
This says.
Oh yeah.
So I choose
I'm at a loss, Bobby. Although the backs do look a little bit better color-wise.
There we go.
Yeah, it has to be one of the low ones.
Okay.
And it doesn't change unless.
Dadgummit, I blinked.
Stats change.
Well,
somebody won game one.
Probably.
I'm gonna guess it was Jake.
Yeah, Jakey there.
I'm just gonna go out on a wild.
With all of those hierarchs hanging out.
All them hierarchs and all the mana. I'm hoping Snow didn't, or I'm not hoping. Snow probably wasn't able to get to his kill con. With as hard as he was digging. Let's pop out these chat rooms, because I can never be 100% fully prepared for any broadcast.
You were surprisingly set up by the time I got here today. I was very proud of you, Bobby.
Well, Beth was doing my the muse was doing my gaffing for me, so. And
what a difference the Ravnica set. Dude.
The Allegiance.
Allegiance.
What would you get? A Dominaria and Allegiance?
Yeah.
And I saw you got what, a Joda?
Joda for my Dominaria. I'll go well my Chromat deck. Chromat's a 5-color.
Yes.
Because he is a 5-color.
He is a 5-color general.
I'm learning all sorts of things about.
Yeah. That's why you can't play like Naked Singularity and oh, what's the other one? Not Zer's Weirding, but the Wrath of Merit Lodge, I think it is.
A little bit smarter than this sheet is. This sheet is not marked in any way.
No, it's not the Wrath of Merit Lodge. It's
basically.
Okay, they're two-sided.
Yep. Here, use me. I'm not gonna give me a black and white.
Yeah, Naked Singularity is a colorless card, but it changes all mana symbols around. But because it has mana symbols, it's not playable unless you have a 5-color commander.
Gotcha.
And there's another one that is blue that does that, and I'm trying to remember what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a
And
bit.
just let me know. I got it.
This is by far
It's,
more organized, you know,
whoops.
compared to this.
That was
This lists everything
bad.
that's not organized.
Whoops.
Well, right.
You know,
Okay,
the
there
red
we
line
go.
is good for your special
not
abilities.
top chat, live
Everything
chat,
else you have to hunt.
so I can see my viewer
This is-
when they
this is
pop
what
in.
They would hand out when you're playing a
Oh
pre-game.
yeah, I know.
So it's got everything on it. That's
Exactly.
what they do.
And Jake did win game number 1, as he just confirmed that Snell will be on the play game number 2 here.
I had no idea. You know.
I will go make another character today.
Mute Mr. Phone. Whoops.
Okay. Well, remember, you're only going to get credit for one. So if you want to build them up in levels, you'll want to be playing one regular.
I have not bought Magic cards in a long time, Bobby. And these feel weird and they smell weirder.
Yeah.
I like the spell.
What? I mean, Dominaria. They-
on this character,
Yeah.
What was
it'll
that?
take hours.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody
I
here.
can't hear over them.
Oh. I thought Dominaria. They tried something new. It did not work.
Yeah, I can tell looking at the cards.
It was sad that it was that set because all of those cards feel just unfinished.
Yeah,
They're like matte, and they feel like
Well, what kills me, look at the back here. That purple is really purple. Like,
Right.
there's just a color quality here.
Basically.
Bug boy.
I think that's best design.
And yeah, the tactileness of this thing, doesn't
yeah. They're muted. They're matte. They're almost like matte finished. It's like they don't have the clear coat layer on them. It's just Dominaria. It was weird.
Spell is fantastic because you'll notice your hit point damage here. It's fair for what it is, but when you think about it, 1d6, that's all you're gonna get for hitting with a bullet.
Yeah, you can tell the color difference just putting it next to this Ravnica set card.
First level right out of
In the back.
Oh wow! I only get one of those a day.
All right.
If you need something dead,
I guess everybody starts back up at 20.
please one of these guys. He's the best.
That's another sort of fight.
Yeah, that's like my
Okay. Snell's gonna start us off with
Mine's over 3 times a day.
Winning.
Fastland,
Game.
3 first level spells.
Whoosh.
So it's 3 times a day. And that's the most
and he's gonna
deadliest
go
spell
straight
I've
into a Faithless Looting. It looks like,
Fellas in the game. And so I've had to.
and Jake is gonna crack himself a fetch. Goes to 19, possibly 17.
A month, essentially. But it's kind of like
Gets a breeding pool at the end of Snell's turn. No shock. No shock.
okay, so it'd be that type of character. That's what I was going for. Something that he's got special blessings. It's just that he's also got some halfway decent melee.
Oh, there's his
Yeah.
cool
Can I still
phoenixes.
get a
Hmm.
Is that that's a phoenix, right? That
Yeah, the Arc-like Phoenix.
Phoenix, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just want a sword so I can carry on the back.
Yep.
I know deck names. I can figure it out.
That's okay.
I'm a smart boy.
My deck names don't really always tell the whole story.
Well, bird makes sense.
Yeah,
You want two
I don't know what the herp is, but
it's infect.
oh, that makes sense.
So I can take it out, fight with it.
All right.
got a longsword. You want just a basic longsword?
Yeah, that's one basic long sword.
So Jake's gonna take his turn. Gonna put down
75.
a
Let's go to get one.
Yep.
what's his
Started
name?
with 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Blighted Agent.
Cool guy. The cool guy card.
He's a cool guy card. Says human rogue, but that looks bird-like to me. I don't
Maybe he's
know.
wearing a cool suit.
Nate and Ash show up. And
With a costume party.
next
That's possible.
Planeswalker costume party.
300 and what? for the sword?
375.
The last one probably wasn't.
All right, Snow.
Worked out well.
Yeah, I thought it did.
Let's see if he has any. Oh, he got a Phoenix in the graveyard now. So
Play it as written.
Right.
Let's see.
When it's 4, well, see, and that's why I had to make some reply changes because I forgot to take it out because there were only 4 of you.
So Snell just has to cast 2 more spells on 1 land, and he'll be able to get his birdie back out of the graveyard. Oh, it looks like he has dual birdies in the graveyard.
Dual birdies in the graveyard.
Jake goes attacking with an Ink Moth and a Blighted Agent. Snell, oh my goodness, gets 2 poison. Bing, bing. They work. They work.
Let's see. So your crit, there's no special critical, so it's just going to be double damage. There's no range on it.
Alright. Snell passes turn. Not a whole lot happening here. He,
Yep. A-N-A. There's just some special modifiers depending on when you hit. You can change some of the actions that you're allowed.
Jake crack another fetch, goes to 18.
Your attack bonus for that
Oh.
is going to be a melee.
This is dead.
So that's 3.
Wow. Oh, you got, I'm a tough soldier already.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a bounty
Let's
hunter.
see where we're at
I was trying to
here.
say philosophy. Shoot first. Don't worry about hand combat.
So,
Strength of 14.
Swings in for 2 again. Blighted Agent and an Ink Moth Nexus.
You're good.
Yeah, last time we had a couple hand-to-hand people.
Yep.
And takes 2 more poison.
Guns, actually.
Snell up to 4 infect damage, and Jake surprisingly not having anything. Maybe he's really holding it back for Snell to try to kill one of them to throw out that
This one,
Well, I mean, you never know.
Vines of Vastwood.
You're fighting laser-type people who laser.
And that's just gonna get
it's not really
spell
any
pierced.
different than if you're doing ranged weapons in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
So think of your guns as your
Well, no,
And that's gonna get countered.
Pathfinder,
Nope.
one to finish.
Something happened. I don't know. Oh, it was Manamorphose. So there's 2 spells. Snell only needs to cast 1 more spell.
Where you don't have to-
He's got 2 mana to do it, and if he does, he'll get himself a pair of birdies.
There's not really a magic.
Pair of
defense.
birdies.
There's another Manamorphose, gonna probably keep his mana the way it is. It's gonna trigger the birdies to come back.
No, I know, but I've been trying
So
to-
at least 2 of them.
well, that's a little bit
He's got
more
this.
like regular AC and touch AC.
For example, you know, yeah, but say for example, you come with a guy who's got
Get
metal
those
armor on.
birdies.
Well, you're certainly not going to shoot him. Try to hit
And
him.
gut shot to kill the Blighted Agent. Jake having to throw a
Kinetic defense is
Vines of Vastwood in front of it.
Energy defense may not be.
True.
Or the other way,
Oh.
when a guy's got no armor on, now you're going to question.
Oh, he just gave it a little pump.
right?
Snell's doing a little bit more damage in response to that spell.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it was a mutagenic growth. He paid 2 life for it.
Yeah, Dex mod. Those are good. Let me check.
So
guy
Snell
is-
drawing two pump spells out of Jake's hand just to keep his Blighted Agent alive. And he swings in for 3 with the birdie to leave the other one open for a blocker.
Down here, you've got like a temporary set. Goes down first, it comes back up. Before it hits your normal points.
Jake
You make 6
has...
points, like temp goes away, it comes back
Does
up.
Snell have an answer? He does not. 6 damage infect. Jake picks up the victory.
Those are fast games.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. But that's how it goes in the wild Midwest.
Wild Wild Midwest.
Cause I'm a
Wow.
badass cowboy living in the wild wild west. Wiki wild wild west.
Wiki Wah Wah.
Jim West. Me and Artemis Clyde Fogg gonna save Selma Hayek from the big metal spider. Wiki wiki wick wiki wiki wick.
Wiki Wah Wah.
Chops yo yo bang bang.
Wiki Wah Wah.
Snell picks up his 7th lost on the year.
But Snell never loses.
Well, last year it seemed like he could never lose. This year, he is solidly racking up those wins
Well,
or losses.
The year is still young.
It is. This
We're
is
still in
only
the
March.
First quarter of the year. He's got many more months on his financial calendar.
We just broke into spring, and we are in the latter half of March, which is why my background is the mountain goat.
Not good. My favorite goblin.
Oh yeah. Snell takes the loss, and that means Jake Holmes.
Because we gotta change that.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yep.
Where's
And
Mr.
then,
Holmes?
You know how those work.
No,
Oh, okay.
I was
That's where he was. Okay.
Jake Holmes. Oh my goodness, has Jake not been on camera this year yet?
Yeah, I don't think
Wow. There he is. Yeah, 1-1. Now 2-1.
so. Shows how much I know.
That's okay. I had to question it myself.
It was just unbelievable. Just bananas.
They're the same as hit points, but you'll take them off of here first.
And opening this up.
With a 10-minute rest and one of...
No Starfinder tonight?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Me too.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the Starfinders had enough people to fire off a campaign.
Or find the stars they're looking for.
So resolve is like...
I believe in their adventure.
It's different from...
The Starfinders, they will be...
Start our own role-playing game system. Where really, the entire game is about trying to find people to join your game.
So...
It's not what happened. If you never lose.
resolve points here.
I told you, I'm not watching.
10-minute rest.
On camera this year, I lose all the time.
I hope I'm here for everyone.
Your hit points...
Oh.
So you can replace those with rest.
These too much.
Or...
Oh Lord.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. All you did was knock over my garbage cards.
Yeah.
What do you mean garbage cards? You got a Joda, you
I'm
got...
excited for that Joda, but
What did you get in the Alliance pack? Or Allegiance pack?
I got a Verity Circle.
That's a good card. I like that card.
I think it's neat, but the card quality of these things is terrible.
Well, yeah.
I'm blown away.
I mean, they're printing them on recycled toilet paper these days.
It's
You know,
true.
it's funny because like the Transformers cards are actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
The card quality on those is good. I don't know what the deal is.
because I have.
Well, they're still trying to impress people with the Transformers. They know people are in Magic for the long haul.
You damage your kinetic or energy, you know, a lot of things here are they're more
Yeah, the folding
I'll play this guy.
cards.
Yes.
Those actually
I played this
turned out
guy
very nice.
Good. Good.
There might be some shortcomings on manufacturing that can affect anything, but as far as like if you have a card, you get plenty of people on YouTube like testing, just flipping it all over the place like 150 times over, and it still folds nice, lays flat, still looks nice.
He took all most of the.
Seems good.
Kind
Seems
of
good.
Poster tubing-esque of the foiling on cards helps kind of like lock into place. It's kind of like a built-in feature. Works to its advantage on that point.
Well, yeah, because they're foil on both sides, aren't they? Oh, just a one?
Yeah, just one side. Like they kind of one side's always foil. So these ones, since they're combiners, the flip side is the combiner. So the combiner's all big and shiny.
Right.
And stuff.
So you're spreading the herpes, huh?
I made an HIV positive, and then I managed to get all the way to HIV. I couldn't,
And
I couldn't kill the AIDS with fire, so I just, I got sick. That was I feel all the AIDS. That was a greedy ass name. One more land.
Did he switch to?
But you saw it. I was debating.
Where's that snowball?
Just trying to gut trap that guy with the spell back up,
Your resolve
but
points
I
are one
kind of wanted
half
to do that when I could
level
trigger the
one,
Phoenixes.
level one,
Right, but
one half
when you had
round
multiple
up.
threats, I was
So
like,
it's
well, I
one.
kill that, and you just go on that. So I gotta keep it
Plus your key
Alright, now I got
ability
blocked,
modifier,
now that fixes
which
the problem.
is 2.
that is not coming through good at all.
So that means
Yeah,
It sounded good over there.
I know.
It's really,
Well,
really annoying.
a 10
I-
minute
I-
rest.
Shut-
It was deafening when it was over
If it
there.
wasn't correct,
I know,
wouldn't
but-
go.
Those, and you'll get your
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Okay.
Because, like,
Oh, right.
this is live today
Testing.
on the CG, and
I just need to resync it.
people are like aggressively countering my first mana for the
Yeah, there we
Orphos,
go.
and it's really hampering me with this Phoenix deck. And I'm like,
My armor's good.
yeah, I wasn't at the point where if it had resolved, if that had encountered, I'd probably have to say go. I could still have gotten the Phoenix back, but been completely tapped out without killing your dude.
Yeah.
And that would have been a problem.
Yep, you're good.
So yes, it was definitely correct.
So, I gotta have Rock next round.
So next time
I gotta have my
I don't
Rock.
know when it's gonna happen, I just-
So
I don't know either, but I'll have
Rockin' Ricky.
and I'll make sure.
no. He's round 3.
Oh, he's round 3.
He's round 3. Ricky Ruff on round 3.
Oh, that's right. There's Ricky Rock.
Yeah, there's Rock and there's Ricky Ruff.
Thank you. Okay.
Now, if we get Rock and Ricky Ruff, that's gonna be mind-blowing. Because we got Rock versus Rock in Ricky Ruff.
I really didn't look ahead whatsoever.
That's a mistake on my part.
Cool, so I
I
can.
gave you a couple of black ones.
That's okay. We still love you.
Use it,
Thank you.
Let me know next time and I'll get 2 more.
I was gonna make a.
You want more?
You said the Gen Con events are posted in May, right?
I believe so.
Later.
Maybe a tech guy.
Badges ship out in June, and events get posted in May.
Are you going to Gen Con?
I am.
Oh my god.
I know.
I got
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gen
we need to probably
Con.
look at hotels and stuff, and the nearish.
Oh, yeah. Every time I went, we stayed. We just stayed like 15 minutes out of
Yeah,
it.
so it's a
Yeah,
10.5.
that's what I've done all the time.
Right.
I hear even now that's getting a bit hard though.
Yeah, I'm usually half
For your race, it's usually-
I mean, if push comes to shove, we can stay at Matt's, but...
for a human, you get to choose.
So I got early. 'cause I
Hey,
read-
Jordan!
I
Yeah, I
got
miss you too,
the
man.
option to buy, look at
And then
their
you've got a
Gen
10.5.
Con
So
reserved
your
block
total
room hotels, and they
change
were all. It was not terrible. They were all like $250 a night and higher.
Oh.
Yeah, they're pretty pricey.
So,
Well, whatever you find, let us know and we'll split you.
yeah, I'd say split is still
Yeah.
not too bad.
Yeah,
How's
the old school tournament?
That's Thursday.
Had a
Isn't it?
right.
I don't know. I just really do one during Gen Con.
Last year they did it on Sunday. They actually it was groundbreaking that they could have it in the facility.
Yeah.
How's Cali, Jordan?
Tell you what it is. The Lords of the Pits website.
When I get home, I will transfer him on one of these.
Okay.
So
Jordan Morris is joining us in chat.
So I'm trying to think. I know as long
He
as
thinks he's
we're
better
gonna
than
do
we are,
what I planned for tonight,
living in
there's
California.
any Starship Combat yet. And I say that not
They're
in a
no
bad
longer in
way.
a drought.
That is going to take some time to learn because
For about another month.
I mean, for the first time in 8 years, they're not in a drought. You got to take your wins where you can get
So
them.
that means combat maneuvers. What the F?
no. It's
Everyone went to watch the car, and now they're in a drought again.
Okay, community calendar. Gen
Did you
Con's
win?
August.
Rhino stuff.
Oh, Ricky was your first
So you won't
round.
have a Ricky.
Oh,
You've got engineering.
When is Gen
So
Con?
the
first week in August.
First week.
roles on a
You going?
starship are captain.
No, it is on Wednesday this
The
year.
captain will
The
use
the old school event.
I
intimidating
managed to build
diplomacy.
one
So
of
it's
his
at the bar.
rhinos.
A lot of
Yeah.
times
You got him
I
down?
wonder if they
I
had.
got one of his
No, it's at the Marriott, so it must be at.
Although I think they always have that one. I think last year though, on Sunday they
the
did
opponent
Act.
over radio, basically.
Or was it Eternal Weekend?
Okay.
Yeah, Eternal Weekend.
Eternal
Yeah,
Weekend.
Eternal Weekend this year they did because the big deal was
And
they
then he
allowed-
got you games
they
2 and
allowed
3.
cards.
Yeah, they
And then he got you 2 and
But then you
3.
couldn't use the collector's edition though.
No, you could.
You could?
That was the big deal.
Oh,
Well, there goes my
They
dream match.
sanctioned it casual, but it was if Wizards
I want
said,
you up round
guys
2,
can
though.
have the event.
What color do you want, Rock?
No
Okay.
proxies, but we,
Huh?
like, we
Blue?
did print they were
Got
like,
it.
well, we did print those,
Then
so
you'll have a plus
we'll
bonus
allow it.
to your roll.
I thought it was the
There's
yeah. I guess I
also
thought it was that
a
you could use pre-printed cards, but you couldn't use collector's edition. But that's cool. They could do that too.
Yeah, because before,
and you can
anytime
also find information on the
anytime
other
any of these
minor
event
opponent.
organizers have had that one of the Wizards sponsored advanced events, they're always
Those are the
like,
main.
okay, 100%. That's cool. Wizards is like, all right, we're okay with that. We did technically print those.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
There are only like 9,000 copies in the world. It's not exactly a big deal.
Well, that we know of because of rebacking and stuff.
Well, that's why there aren't 15,000.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Easily a third of them were destroyed for rebacks.
That's you meant. Sorry.
Yeah, easily a third, and possibly more, because they used to be the Lion's Eye Diamonds
They're
and
gonna have
cards.
actions
They
where
were
you can
basically
take.
worthless, and you could fake somebody out and get data money for them.
We'll go into the details, but at a high level, I still
I
think
should
it's
have
because
game,
it lets
like going into
everybody
like the
play on
game
the
two.
start.
Do I have a
He put
homeland?
8 cards in from his sideboard. Didn't take any cards out.
Where would you like to come
Mm.
From a military base.
Only because I was playing North, so he was playing like a 68 card.
from here for a second?
That's good strategy.
Apparently what happens whenever the cord gets bumped, it knocks it out of sync.
Seems bad.
So Glenn thinks he's gonna keep this gym.
Tell Glenn he's wrong.
I am.
I can't
Figured
get
out need headphones off. I'm sitting in front of the mic.
I don't buy it, well, but it costs me
It's hard to hear her
nothing.
to speak when it's coming through here and in my headphones. It's like a slight delay.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Like snow and echo.
Well, yeah, you're still at work. It's like 4 in the morning out there.
It's a pain to go through books that way, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, right. California, India, they're about the same. They're about right.
Yeah, yeah. California.
See, I love that I was able to find timestamps for my Twitch chat.
that's what we're saying.
So now I know how horribly long I've missed comments. Or I just saw it and I'm like, oh, I got it when it came in. That's awesome.
Do you want to leave Wednesday?
Probably.
Go to this website.
That's cool. You guys have a fun time.
I'm looking forward to it.
Nobody seems to ever do day trips anymore, so I haven't been there in 3 years. Or they do and they just don't tell me. I know what I understand.
Well,
No one around me either.
I used to do day trips with Chad, but he had a family now.
Yeah, is he still working 6 days a week too?
I think he's on 5s. I think he's off on weekends now.
Those are the official online.
Yeah, no Starfinder tonight. They didn't get enough to fire, so
For league play.
that's fine. That's sad.
Oh,
This
really?
book is there. Okay? The difference is
He thinks his executor is gonna be enough to stave off the onslaught.
and you're still supposed to own.
Still got.
He still probably got like 35 minutes in the round. That was not a long match.
No, you guys got done with like 30. It's 20 minutes in the round left.
'Cause I might buy the core button.
You could have at least attempted to fight it off.
Yeah, after
I
Christmas.
mean, we were attempting.
Okay, that's
I know the feeling.
If I had not missed my second, third, and
4th land drops, yeah.
all the rules
that hand was gas.
there at that website. Okay? So that'll
As
give you
one
everything
landers
in here.
ought to
If
be.
you want to build other characters, you can build if you want to build an outlaw.
I mean, it was a little sad that you had to resort to Manamorphoses to cast your 3 spells to get your birdies back.
And that's usually the way it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, game 1 I was like, I couldn't buy this.
Okay.
I
That
didn't
was
see a
about
creature
It's on
in
the
game 1.
edge of the line.
In game 1, I didn't see a creature. I
Right,
saw 20 plus cards.
right. Yeah, we saw you digging like a madman, and then I blinked and it was over, so we assumed that you lost.
Yeah, I failed to put a creature on the board, and he attacked me.
I'm gonna make a lizard
Three
guy.
Opal Irks on the board, and
That would be a best.
he starts at 4. It
Look
doesn't
at the
take much.
best.
Right.
Give you all the information, all the numbers that you need to get a character.
It's like, I need a creature or a lightning bolt, and I
That's
couldn't
the
find
nice thing
either.
about Starfinder, you know what that is?
Oh.
Generally, you're raised
Lightning hand
from
and
limited
you with
what
2 Arclight
considered
Phoenixes.
acceptable. But Starfinder,
2 Arclight Phoenixes.
is wide open.
Yeah, or the Izzet Charm.
And nobody.
And the Izzet
It's
Charm?
like, I get to 2 lands. I
But
go
nobody
Manamorphose,
thinks
Manamorphose, Izzet
anything
Charm,
of
the
it.
loot, grr.
So I have to make other characters later.
That was my turn. That could have been a turn
You can't
2
do that
Bellow
in
Phoenix
Pathfinder, you know.
on the play.
If you're a
But
lizard, everybody-
no land.
No land, so it's
I
alright.
was gonna do.
Sometimes
I've never
you
heard
need
of.
could have even gotten better if I'd have like milled over another Phoenix and then drawn a land.
Oh,
We
Android
could have
always needs-
9 points on turn 2. I mean,
but I don't know what
you can't say no to that.
Everything.
So, watch Star the Data.
Data.
Yep.
Yep.
You remember Data from Star Trek
Mhm.
Next Generation?
Yeah, I
Or
remember.
even play him like Spock.
Yeah.
That's another one that kind of.
I only remember Data from Star Trek Insurrection.
Hey, there's one person who's actually a poker player. He ran a game. It was an android.
I haven't played a tech wizard yet, so.
I mean D4.
Well, what I find, so that's
Proto-Data.
what I find interesting is
Old school MTG on Instagram.
That would be it's
There's
the
a
draw.
account just for posting old school cards. He's currently doing his March Madness brackets, which is determining the best old school card combo.
think about that. It's a machine.
For voting currently is Near Universe and Lich versus Guardian Beast and Evan Rolls
How's
Disc.
Channel Fireball doing?
That's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
up to you.
I don't follow
You
them.
can't make that work for a character, that's fine.
Only people I
Yeah, I
follow
just
is
know one thing
old
about
school
that too.
MTG.
It drives
Channel Fireball doing literally Channel Fireball doing.
Yes.
They made it to round 2.
Oh, Channel Fireball. Okay.
VA2 card combo in a format without Force of Will
Kind of half size.
Yeah.
and Black Lotus.
They've got heads like rats.
Yeah. Let's see. It's in round 2 still, so it'll go on next against.
Not for society.
Oh man! Darn it. I'm gonna make a dog here.
They made a whole bunch of
What does it up against? Veteran Bodyguard Regeneration.
They don't do the Gauntlet of Greatness anymore, do they?
I can run anything.
Not since Shadow had his kid.
Yeah, I don't think Randy's been doing that. He's been doing more seasons of
So
Super
if you guys,
League.
the only thing I haven't done yet is homebrew.
Last year he even
But
did
I've got
Modern and Standard
ready-made
Super
stuff
Leagues.
that we can play that will be balanced.
Right now they're in. I think they're getting close. I'm a couple weeks behind, but the Venom Super League I think is moving. I think this week is moving
You can
towards
still
the
find
finals.
it on Archives of
Yeah, it hasn't popped up.
Oh, but-
round 2 go
oh, is it you?
Society play.
Yeah,
I did finally watch the final round, the final
Correct.
Swiss
I didn't
portion
know.
of it, and it was the one with Steve
Same
and
thing
Eddie,
as
and he was
Pathfinder,
talking
you know,
about.
you got your
Yeah.
Did you hear,
limits.
when he was talking about, he got to meet Steve
What
Wozniak.
we can do, I'm still going to plan
Co-founder
next time
battle.
to run this.
Oh, okay.
So Steve used to
Oh, that'd be
own
nice.
But
a card shop
if we have
back in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you about this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I got to hear it from like the
Okay.
actually an Indian talk about it. And,
I always want to
and I
play.
just
That's pretty cool.
prep,
yeah,
right?
he even they had him
I just
open a
don't wanna
pack of
get
beta
the
and
night
sign
before.
all the cards, and then immediately PSA graded them.
Oh,
and sealed
okay.
them. So they're like certified signed by Steve.
Wow.
It's the Steve Wozniak.
Last time I
pack.
went online,
You see the recent
Mike
stuff,
put
his
it in,
collection
maybe I
has
won't,
like
because
sitting in
that's
his
what the
garage.
online look like.
He saw him last
Nobody
time,
was
but-
The
signing
stuff
up.
he sold, or
No, yeah,
Yeah.
well, was that far back? I mean,
I just looked
Daniel
at it, I
Chang
was
was just
looking
posting
for
about it like
sign
a
up.
month or 2
I
ago.
think I signed it too.
this was just. I mean, this was just like 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh,
ago.
okay, yeah, that's
So that's
the ship?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I'm making sure
Brian
this is
Brian
fine.
Weissman was the buyer.
Yeah. Oh, was he now?
Yes.
Oh,
I
I don't know who that
Even
is.
Indian
This
said
is,
that. And the card that, and fittingly enough, the
Okay.
card, the
Okay.
rare in the
Looks like a
pack,
box.
that
Yeah.
that
Island?
was
Okay, so
Janae
that
H.
one's not.
Oh,
Brian Weissman, the inventor of the deck, now has a Wozniak signed
This scenario
Janae
was
tome.
quite a bit more traditional.
That's pretty tremendous. Okay, I didn't know that part of the story.
Yeah, I don't think that part came out initially, but yeah, I mean, Indian said he was able to. He's like, I can disclose it was Weissman.
Tracks
Gotcha.
for
Mine?
mining cards.
I didn't. I just knew. I saw pictures of his stuff that was just sitting in his garage, and like Weissman was there, and a bunch of like Daniel Chang, and then a bunch of other people, but I didn't know like all the
Yeah.
backstory stuff.
Full set of beta,
Still the battles behind
almost
all on the
complete set of
board.
unlimited.
Well,
A
so if
a
we were to do
box
some pickup, I can
of
draw
starters.
too, but that's-
wow.
10-pack of beta starters.
Yeah, Beta Stars was in beta unlimited, then you had like a sealed box of Arabian Nights, Antiquities,
yeah.
The Dark,
Only 2 weeks
Legends.
from now or whenever.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Which, given how much Daniel
Plus,
Chang is
you
charging
want
for
to
his
do
box of Arabian
I
Nights,
actually
I'm
want to
sure.
try to
I
play.
mean, when there's only probably 5 left in the world, you can go to
That
Shark.
you know of, because
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
know. It's like it's crazy. Like 3-year stories of yours
I
before
get
Wizard
2 games a
employees
week.
just have just piles of stuff sitting in the
Wednesday, Thursday.
closet.
That's it.
Okay.
I don't have a 401k, but I have a box of Arabian Nights, which is probably doing better than my
I was gonna
401k.
say, like most of the stuff is earned a lot better than most stock
One of the
options.
scenarios, and then one guy was just having a baby. The other guy
Which is
was
most people's, like,
just
prevailing,
getting
like,
married and-
Conspiracy
and
theory is
Yeah,
why
fill
Wizards
it
never
out.
never gonna get rid of the
Not a
reserve
place.
list
Put stuff in the
because
bed.
so many people there have
Yes.
own the
they're all
cards, and
two-sided.
that's their retirement
Yeah, I
fund.
used to have a game in a weekend.
Entirely.
at that house, but
Although,
it
if
figured
they've
out
got
pretty
sealed
well.
product, you could
You
reprint
know,
everything.
Then the deal
They aren't-
decided
they
to
aren't-
change from
They aren't reprinting any boxes.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, true.
I mean,
True.
D&D
unless there's a print, unless there's a
That was
print where
very
they're like,
much less.
all right, when you get your 15-year star, here's your box of
You
beta,
get
here's your box of Arabian.
There's a reason there's a shortage. It's 'cause you have a tractor trailer sitting behind the building.
The game system is.
Nah. See, if Magic survives for a couple more decades, then you're gonna see like the same thing they did with like all the really old comics. You're gonna get the the runoff reprints of like Action Comics #1. That you know, it's like, you know, we're gonna reissue some modern updated Arabian Nights cards. We're just gonna reprint those. You know, it's
Great
like,
they did that.
I know.
But then there's this class action lawsuit and there all this other stupid crap.
Nah.
I mean,
They would
would.
lose. No, Wizards would lose a class action lawsuit.
no, they don't.
I don't know. Enough lawyers have chimed in thinking that they could potentially. And I don't think Wizards
you,
wants to deal
you
with it.
can lose any lawsuit.
Right.
The odds do not. The odds do not favor.
Trust me, if anybody, I'm a huge proponent of them getting rid of the reserve list. I just don't.
The basically, especially at this point in time, it's not worth it to do it. They don't have to do it, and therefore,
Right.
they probably wouldn't lose laws. But why risk it when you're not? I mean, if they could reprint them and make $1 billion, then it's worth it. If they're going to reprint it and make $10 million, and then have to spend a few $1 million in lawyers' fees, you know, defending a lawsuit that they win. Even then, all right. Well, we just pissed a lot of people off.
I heard a lot of people theorize how they could do this. Either Hasbro sells Wizards to another company, and then maybe that drops the original promise, and then they can do their not have to deal with the reserve.
Why would that drop the original promise? The promise was made before Hasbro even got involved.
Yeah, but it was codified when they were. I mean, they've already changed the reserve list.
Yeah, they tried to sneak stuff in through from the vault stuff.
Well, and before that, there used to be uncommons on it. They removed the uncommons from it. I mean, so it's changed already. So there's already like
6 items usually.
But again, it's a rabbit hole that they don't need to go down right now, so they're not going to. This is one of those. And the fact that some higher ups probably are sitting on $500 million worth of product doesn't hurt that.
Probably way more than that.
I'm at each.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if I happen to have a Gem Mint Lotus that I've been sitting on for 20 years and I'm one of the people deciding whether or not we're going to reprint this, I might be on the side of not.
Yeah, no, that's totally it.
Even if it only goes down $10,000, I still don't want to lose my $10,000.
Right.
Or you dump when you feel it's its highest, and then you announce the reprint, and then.
Yeah, you can do that.
Because that's totally legal. You can do
yes,
that.
it is an unregulated. It is not a security.
Right.
No such,
you can do whatever you want.
There is no insider trading. It's.
It may be, quote, a shitty thing to do.
Right.
It's not illegal.
Yep, that's right.
Just like they pointed out, if these celebrities had simply gone to the universities and said, how much will it cost for my kid to get in? Legal. Going the back route and bribing the wrong... It's like, it's not that they bribe, it's that they bribe the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's legal for the universities to sell admissions. It's
Right.
not legal to defraud the universities of the admissions by bribing the volleyball coach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what you call the donation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I built you a new wing in your school.
Right.
Take my kid.
Sure.
Okay.
GM in the game right now.
Okay.
He is the dumbest lawyer in the world, but he's still a lawyer.
But he's going to make my character a level 4 because we got to do another mission that's a level 4 character. So all my rogues going to be up in level.
This is Brandon's fault right here.
Get done with it.
I'm less happy about my road.
Is it up? Is it Brandon still playing?
No,
Brandon, it's Brandon Captain, isn't it?
What's Brandon playing?
Martyr Proc.
Beats and bobs that you can do.
Yeah.
But for the road, I got my player. That's it.
Martyr Proc versus Tron, that feels like Tron just runs him over.
Hey, Jackie. Huh? Oh, so it's... Who's he playing? Well, it's either Jared or...
It's probably Jared. Jared's playing green, red...
It's either Jared or Tyler.
Ponza things.
It's not Ponza. It's just Gruul monsters at this point.
I guess there is no actual land destruction, but...
Yeah, it's no longer a Ponza deck. Now it's just a Gruul monsters.
Yeah.
When Nate said he wasn't coming,
So here, congratulations, everyone.
Thank you. To send out an email, I kind of wondered if
wonder where Dan is.
Apparently he
He
doesn't
went-
work Thursdays anymore.
he went
That's
home.
what my theory is.
Because he said he'd have some cards ready for
They're
me.
set aside.
That 5-foot light name.
You just gotta ask Brandon about it.
Yeah, I've been here 3 out of the last 4 Thursdays and Dan hasn't. So
My name was
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it's me.
well, I was in this.
I haven't seen Dan in a while because I hadn't been here in a while.
Right.
Now that I play standard, I go to the
I didn't know
zone
what the
almost every
limit was,
Friday.
but obviously 3 is the
I knew you
answer.
signed up
That
for
sounds so weird to hear you say that.
Yeah.
Airhorn.net, and
It
go
truly is
type
the darkest
names,
timeline.
and it'll list the names.
Specifically events.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Calendar. Specifically the events calendar.
There's a good Xerox
Yeah,
type in
sorry.
standard. I can't.
Yep.
Couldn't say no to
I
that.
didn't get anywhere. I played my time digging through that site trying to figure out how. I'm sure I put this character in the site.
So,
I'm sure it's
See you there,
been
Jim.
done. Because
Okay, see you, Gary.
I don't know where I was going with that.
I can do it for this.
I don't even remember what we're
I
talking
need to
about.
get. I need to get.
Doing the usual crap we talk about every time. Reserve list this and
Oh, yeah.
Reserve list this and
One
da.
Yeah, I mean,
Moses hit me with a wiffle ball bat.
perfectly selfishly, now that I own all this shit, if they never
Another
agree,
side,
I'm
all
fine
dead
with it.
pictures with no DM.
I mean, whatever, either way, but I mean,
Right.
if they don't, I'm okay.
I'm an anarchist about all of it. I just want it all reprinted. Reprint all of it, that way I'm going to play the game.
I mean, I'm used to getting my ass handed to me when things get reprinted, so it's not like it'd be a new thing for me, but it's like, I've never made any money playing this game, why should I start now?
Yeah, why?
Wait, you
I
can
just-
make
I
money
just-
playing this game?
Some people apparently.
I've just lost money. I always sold
Yeah.
at the wrong time.
Right. I'm a big buy high, sell low kind of
May-
person, or just
Maybe,
buy high.
maybe it's
and
just
hold
like a
forever.
sponsorship
I'm one of
deal
those
where they're
people
renting the
Where it's
cards.
like, oh, this card's been this price for 15 years. I can sell it. Then 2 years later, reserveless buyouts, and now transmute artifacts like $150 card.
Yeah,
I'm like, why? Why is that? Why is that happening?
pretty much.
Or anything's happening.
Or, you
Anything's
know,
happening.
just even a little, hey, Sunday, I'm going to go ahead and, I was like, alright, I like this Phoenix deck in Modern, let's buy my playset. Hey, Challenger deck! Yep, of course it's in the Challenger deck. Why wouldn't it be in the Challenger deck that gets spoiled immediately after I buy them? It's just the way it is.
What are in the Challenger
That's how it
decks?
goes.
The only time I ever sold ahead of the curve was when I rightly figured out that Eldrazi thing was going to get something banned and sold some of the expensive pieces. Because
Right.
the deck wasn't particularly fun to play. So I'm like, well, this is going to be banned in like 3 months anyway. I might as well sell these things that I bought on a lark. And it was the goofy Eldrazi stuff like Oblivion Sower on turn 4, not double mimic into Thought Not Seer into Reality Smasher as your 1, 2, and 3 curve.
United Assault.
I feel like overall I've evened out because I know there's plenty of cards that I bought. Like I saw like either a deck got popular and I bought the card for $1, then sold it for.
Yeah. I mean, if I ever
It's
sold...
got 2 History of Benalia in it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, if I ever did... It doesn't have Legion's Landing in it, does it?
Yeah, it's got 2.
Okay, so the flip card is not... Because I was saying earlier, I could understand if the deck didn't have its content because of the flip card, but if they've got Legion's Landing, then
Yeah.
the flip card wasn't the problem.
Yeah, because what set's that from?
Ixalan.
Ixalan? Okay, I didn't know. So I don't know if it might be something still in print for them.
And then Conclave Tribune. What's on here? Dauntless? Healer's Hawk. Uncommon, uncommon. Benelish Marshals. A playset of Benelish Marshals. Conclave Tribunal. 2 Legion's Landings, 2 History Benalia.
Yeah. People were a little upset that Vivian Reed wasn't in the the Golgari deck.
1 Remorseful Cleric and 2 Katatli Honor Guards. That's pretty cool. And then Lightning Aggro. It's totally not a monkey goblin. Runaway Steamkin playset. Playset of Goblin Chain Whirlers. It's not bad.
That's one of the
1 Phoenix, 1 Banefire, 2 Experimental Frenzy, and the Red Horsey. Deadly Discovery. 1 Veraska,
Yeah.
the Relic Seeker. Merfolk.
That splash shit.
Jade Light Ranger. That's the Explorer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the.
Got 2 of her.
That's the 13 or whatever card.
Cast down. Eldest Reborn.
That was a decent inclusion.
Tapped. 2 of the black green checkland.
Is that the one that has the overgrown tomb?
1 overgrown tomb. And a find and finally
Finality.
Fine finality.
Yeah.
Duress. An Argos Blood Feast. 2 of them. It's more of a spit into the face that you didn't get as content now.
Yeah, there just isn't a control deck.
Oh, okay.
The reds.
Arcane Tempo. Drakes.
Yeah, it's a hybrid between Phoenixes and Drakes.
Oh, so you get 2 Phoenixes amongst the decks, though. Because there's an Arc-like Phoenix in the mono red one.
That was Rekindling Phoenix.
Is it? You are correct.
Jeez, Bob.
I never said I was good.
Get your phoenixes together.
You get 2 Niv Mizzet. Drakes, Beacon Bolt, Opt, Shock, Blink of an Eye. The Mirari Conjecture.
Sounds like an episode of The Big Bang Theory.
Sounds like an episode of Voyager.
Yeah.
Sulphur Falls, so the Checkland.
Yeah.
Guildgate
Those are
Island.
nice.
Are they? Wow.
I had to buy one. I was 1 short.
Another Kajari Mirari's Conjecture. Beacon Bolt. Did you say dive down? Yeah, there's dive downs. It's a common. Niv Mizzes. Is it still going?
It's still game 2.
That's ridiculous.
I played against Smarter Proc on Tuesday. Game 1,
Bryce.
yeah. Game 1, I got my Pyromancer's Ascension and I 18'd him off of 3 lightning bolts. Game 2, Jace and Chandra tag teamed up until Chandra ultimated and I 35. Well, with the 3 lightning bolts, I 44'd him. He was good.
Right.
It's like I brainstormed with Jace while taking up Chandra. It was funny. You brainstorm with Jace, you put a Thought Scour on top, you take up with Chandra, you reveal the Thought Scour, you Thought Scour away the other card +1 and draw a card. And then when she gets to 8, you ultimate her with 7 spells in your hand, 2 of which are Manamorphose. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spells, you're dead. Because he annoyingly had a ghostly prison.
Right.
I played against both Martyr decks on Tuesday after Snell destroyed game 1.
Oh, it's Stubbs. Hey, Stubbs. How's it going? Snow destroyed me game 1. So you beat down on Stubbs, huh? What was he playing?
I played against Martyr, I played against...
What were you on, Stubbs? What was your
Red
deck on
Phoenix.
Tuesday, huh?
Red Phoenix. What was my round one? And what was my...
Tell us what you were playing.
I played Mono Red Phoenix. I played against Mono Red Phoenix. I played against Martyr.
This
And...
on Twitch.
Yes. Twitch and YouTube.
Twitch and YouTube.
The Twitch is Crabhammer69, and the YouTube is TheZone521. And if you are not a subscriber, why are you not a
Slam that
subscriber?
subscribe button.
And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit it. He was on Gruul. Game 1. Did he not play any green? Stubbs round 1, Gruul. Snow can't remember that far
Oh, wait,
back.
no. I think that was the match I killed him so fast I don't really remember what he was playing.
Ooh, sick burns.
It was literally like double Phoenix and on turn 2 both times. I mean, it was over in I think that was match over in a flash. So.
Well, he did say you destroyed him
Yeah,
game 1.
So that explains why. Because yeah, then I played round 2. It was Mono Red Phoenix matchup, and then round 3 was the Martyr.
Starfinder. Word.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better today, go back to watch round 1 today. I got wrecked. So.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, what comes around goes around.
Yeah, Snow got absolutely thrashed by Infect,
Right.
so.
I stood there while I got my my ass handed to me very quickly, so.
Yeah, once Dub Bird came out, I was just scooped. I seen it, just wasn't able to comment. Oh, okay, so you got to see him get absolutely infected.
That's right, so, you know, that's good, you know.
Snow
Gets me.
Snow didn't get properly inoculated, so
No,
you know.
I got that damn anti-vaxxer stuff.
Yeah, he didn't want to take a chance of getting autism. I still would like to find out if Jenny McCarthy has been vaccinated.
Well, see, she might have been, but she didn't have a choice.
Well, no, but if she was vaccinated, then we have to immediately start treating her as if she has autism and find out
Don't
where
we
on the
already?
spectrum she is.
Oh, we already?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you have to slowly speak to
You know,
her.
making fun of Jenny McCarthy and unvaccinated kids both have one thing in common. They never get old.
Woo! Beth found, or the Muse found a really good.
You're feeling bad tonight.
Okay. I am better. I just have a weak voice and was stuffy. So I thought, in my infinite wisdom, that it would be fine to take a Mucinex just to
Shake things loose.
wrap everything up nicely, because it dries you out. Mucinex is a fantastic product. Use as directed, and it'll get you where you want to be. However, Arclight Phoenix. Oh, that's Jace Memory Adept.
Okay, I was like, I hope there's not a Phoenix on the table. Granted, they're proxies, but it means I didn't grab all 60 of my cards.
Yes, a trained monkey can play Infect. Can also play Tron.
You could probably play Arclight Phoenix.
You can get a sign language bear to play Tron. But no. After about 2 hours, somehow I always forget how absolutely ass-kicking Mucinex gets in the system. So I'm just like right there. Super scatterbrained right now. But I'm feeling good.
Well, you've been
I
casting pretty well, I
took
think.
the next one out of cold. I didn't feel anything.
I don't know. I mean,
it must be
it
that
dries me out,
temperature.
but it raises my temperature and makes me super loopy.
Well, by a Mucinex, he means the bottle.
Oh, okay.
No, just one tablet.
No, he took the bottle.
I mean, it's a massive horse pill. It's Mucinex DM.
For damn...
For
mighty- Damn mighty pill.
damn mighty pill. But
There's
yeah,
a way better way to say that. But
I
I'm gonna go
yeah,
damn mighty.
it's good. I like it, damn mighty. But
So are they still going? What's the deal here?
It must be in turns.
and it was Brandon, so he probably got an extension because he had to help Jackie check out, and if anybody else came in, he had to help him check out, and you kind of get a little leeway when you man in the shop.
Yeah.
And it's probably turned, so
I mean,
I mean it's got to be turned
at
at this
I
point.
hope.
So
Do they get a set amount and then they go from there, or?
There's 5 extra turns.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the.
Yeah, it's 5 extra turns and then the round is over.
Okay.
And either that game ends in a draw, and if it's game 2, someone wins. If it was game 3, it would just be a draw.
Bob is riding the pseudoephedrine
To be fair,
train.
if it was game 1, I would also win the Mount Russell. I've had the occasional match go 2 time in game 1.
And you start flipping your chaos orbs.
Yeah, they're not as cool as old school where you just flip chaos orbs.
Yep.
For the win.
There must be a winner. And
We
we'll
go for loud draws.
determine it by flipping chaos orbs. And hopefully you're not the person who thinks their idea of winning is just playing Scheherazade decks. And then that's how you're going to win the game, is just by hoping you flip better than your opponent.
There it is.
So that's no fun. I mean, I guess it is for them.
Yeah.
I just want to play Scheherazade to play Scheherazade. Like, not as a, like, I need to do this to stall the game as long as possible.
Win game 1 and then sideboard into the mono Scheherazade deck. Scheherazade fork. Regrowth.
Yeah.
Call.
Which is why in Swedish rules it's a restricted card. Because, like, you can play it, but we don't want people playing 4-ofs and
Right. You
forking
can play
it.
it, but we don't really want you to play it.
Yeah, we want you to play it so you can have the joy of just playing it at one time and everything, and beyond that.
What was that? Which preventable disease is that?
I think it was.
Dust mite, or-
It's probably either a dust mite or a water bear or something.
Okay. I thought
But
it was like
the fact that it's a microscopic organism that looks like it's laughing maniacally.
I thought maybe it was actually zoom in on some disease and then somebody like photoshopped a mouth onto it or something.
No, because viruses don't have mouths.
Well, I said photoshopped.
I
mouth
know,
onto
but
it.
this
So-
is vastly creepier.
The mono whiteness with just the red on it.
It's on my pores right now.
I got the greatest lion out of any miniature
Well,
pack.
the TV is not flashing time anymore, so I'm gonna wander out there and
Oh, it's not
See
going to
what we found.
focus.
Best luck, buddy.
Maybe you're playing rock.
maybe I'm gonna redeem ourselves on camera, or continue the streak.
Who's Rock's opponent?
You got your wish.
Is it you?
Yep.
Well, maybe Snell will get into the win column today. We can hope not.
I'm gonna move, I'm gonna move the blue yeti over here.
I'm just going to mute it.
It's not. Can you
I
hear
mu-
me? Hello?
I
Okay.
unmuted
Okay.
everything. I muted everything then.
Hachi machi, folks. So did you see
Top
everyone,
top tier
do
quality.
you see everyone getting their Jabba sail barges in the mail?
Oh,
They come in giant boxes. Everyone's putting them together, having a good time with their Jabba sail barge. Some people selling the
yak face.
yak face for the same amount they paid for the barge in the first place.
Is it just like the only Black Series yak face there
No,
is?
there's a regular one in the regular Black Series, retail Black Series. This one though is specifically on a Power of the Force card back with a coin. No, the Power of the Force line in the late '80s it came with collector's coins.
Seriously?
Yeah, but you could only get that if you bought the barge. So there's collectors out there who inevitably want that figure, who are paying $300 to $400 for it.
Collectors
Star Wars collectors.
are crazy.
Star Wars collectors have.
It's not just Star Wars.
Well, there's certain fandoms. You have to clarify that. Some people will pay the money, and that is clearly the price that thing is garnering on the eBays. Well, the hell, the barge itself, secondary market's like $1,300, $1,400.
I just didn't have room for it.
Yeah, same. It's one of those cases I thought was really cool. It'd be a good set piece thing, but when you're talking like something that's 4 feet long, you just
They
can't.
they picked the weirdest things to make in that scale. You got the aliens, like armored car that's just a brick on wheels that they want $250 for. They make Jabba's sail barge.
Well, when you want to make 3/4-inch scale vehicles, with Star Wars, they really hit everything they could feasibly do.
Right, I gotcha.
But the sail barge, that's like the biggest thing you could probably
Right.
do.
It's not
like you do. Here's a Star Destroyer.
Right, I get it. I just don't like it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They put a lot of detail in that thing. Looks really nice. But at the
Rock
end of
playing the Thought Scour to help Snell mill himself. To his surprise, he's going to see Snell play the same card against him. It was like, oh, you're going to Thought Scour me? I will Thought Scour myself as well.
Thank you. I appreciate the help in filling my graveyard of all my Flappy Birds. Although if you're playing Hearthstone, Flappy Bird is an entirely different card. There's a card in Hearthstone called the Fledgling Hatchling.
Okay.
It is a 3/3 for 3 that every time it hits the enemy hero, it evolves. Evolve is a keyword they included in I can't remember this out, whatever. Evolve is basically you get three options pop up, and then you give the creature that power. So inevitably, what always turns out is Fledgling Hatchling will hit face, get Wind Fury, and then can attack again. Fledgling Hatchling is the kind of card where if you play it and they can't do anything against it on the after its first attack, you're gonna lose the game because they will just keep hitting you and like getting value up and up and up and up.
Sounds like a flaw in the Matrix.
But it's rotating at the end of this season. It admittedly doesn't get a ton of play in Standard, but in Arena, it's one of those cards. If you get it, and you're probably going to win all your games.
Right. All right, so we've got a thought memory erosion. Memory erosion. So whenever Snow casts a spell, he mills 2.
Nice. That's going to be awesome.
I hope so. I kind of want to see Rock pull it out.
Oh, me too. It's just a very interesting matchup for someone who wants to fill their graveyard with a lot of stuff versus someone who also wants to fill your graveyard with a lot of stuff for different reasons.
Rock is currently 1-2 on the year.
Damn glare.
What do you want?
I just want to be able to read the cards. Not that I know what they are, but at least I can figure out. I just don't like blinding whiteness.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's not your
fault. It's the table layout. I'm sorry. I can't do anything
should
right.
Burn the store down.
I'm gonna. Tomb Scour. Snow mills 5. Seems legit. Not good for a mono blue budget. Yeah, now Snow has a barn in the graveyard.
Quick, read that card real quick.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted that there.
Whoops.
I've made a terrible mistake. And we're going to mill 5 more. Oh, 3 this time? I don't know what a lot of the mono blue mill stuff does. I just assume it's going to be X number of mill cards.
I'm really enjoying watching this game.
And Snell's going to cast... Oh yeah, and he has a Pyromancer's Ascension out!
Pyromancer's Ascension. I haven't seen that card in a while. It's cool. It's getting played still. Oh,
there it is.
There it is,
yeah. So, Rock,
made some
needs some kind of graveyard removal.
I hope
I don't know if he runs Tormod's Crypts or if he runs Relic of Progenitus. That's about it when it comes. I guess he could be running a Silent Gravestone, and
we're praying for him.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. So what? Is that a Halimar Depths? Oh, is it like an Ice Flows? Well, whatever it is a land that comes into play tapped and target creature doesn't untap on its next untap step. So that thing in the ice is not untapping. Jace Beleren. Mill Snell for 3. Thing in the Pants has 3 counters on it. Everybody draws a card. Rock passes turn. Snell is at 16. Rock gets bolted. Snell mills 2. Bolt to the face. Rock to 15. 14. Third spell. Manamorpho. Snell mills 2.
That's a lot of milling.
Copy Manamorphos. Red blue is the mana choices. Draws his card. Red blue into red blue. Thing in the pants has flipped. Faithless looting twice. Mill 2. Draw 2. Discard 2. Discard.
Read that card.
Yep, it's still a bird. So 7. So what was that? 13.
Oh my!
All the Jaces. Jace.deck.
Let me read that Phoenix one more time.
Wow.
That was tremendous.
Well, Snell got there game 1.
He did.
Unfortunately. Let's see if Rock has Graveyard Hate in the sideboard. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic.
Well, I'm not seeing him go to a sideboard, so...
Oh. Oh, Rock. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, Rock.
Use your sideboard. He can't hear you. He's got his AirPods in.
Oh, Rock. Oh.
He can pull this out.
He can.
He
I
can do
believe.
it.
I believe in.
Now can get mana screwed.
I can break these cuffs.
No, sir. No, you can't. I can break these chains.
I can break these chains. Oh. Oh, Rock. Well, I guess everybody starts at 20. So there's a silver lining. See, now Rock needs to get himself like 4 memory erosions in play. And a couple Sphinxes to the Witches. Oh. Oh, Rock. Well, let's see here. Hey, while we're shuffling up, are you a subscriber? If you're not, you can go ahead and take a minute out of your busy schedule to hit that subscribe button. Once we get to the first 100 subs on YouTube, that's the Zone 521, we're absolutely going to slap the ever-loving hell out of Ben Seidel. It's going to happen. He wants it to happen, and honestly, my hand is really wanting to help it happen.
Really
so
itching.
It is itching.
Itching for a slap.
It is itching. And, but I can't do it alone. I've only been able to do it as much as I can. But I need you guys' help. So, if you're already a subscriber, great. If you're not, do it! Please! And also, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your parents, tell your pets. Subscribe to the Zone 521 on YouTube, and together we can slap Ben Seidel. Rock pulls his hand for game number 2.
That's the same Jace from Lorwyn, right?
Yeah, that's Lorwyn Jace.
Okay, thought so. I know the artwork is obviously different. I just Make sure it's the same. There's so many goddamn planeswalkers.
This one has been printed an ungodly amount of times.
Yeah, no doubt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has been printed 9 times.
9 times in the last 10 years.
10 years, yeah. A new Jace Bellerin every year. Good lord. So let's see here. Let's put the Japanese one up there.
It's a good one.
I like the anime Jace.
From the that's from the Japanese duel deck.
Yep, Japanese Jace versus Chandra.
Yep.
Japanese Chandra is vastly prettier, but that Chandra is unplayable.
Yeah, she was not good back then.
She's not good now.
I never played Jace back then. I played Johnny. Johnny, my goat deck.
Johnny. He is the goat.
That's right, he is.
Johnny the goat. So Rock. I don't know what that land is. He wants a Tome Scour, you know. Crack a fetch in response.
Cracking a fetch in response. Updating Hearthstone on my phone.
Rock, I would kiss you if you had archive traps in that deck. But we know you don't.
Sad. Do those go for very much anymore?
They did.
Yeah. I know they were one of the better traps.
Archive trap.
Archive trap.
10, 11, 1150 it looks like.
Does that get that hasn't been reprinted a bunch, has it? Or I was gonna say, so it's really
just Zendikar.
Yeah.
Alright, Thing of the Pants has come down.
Oh, my favorite recent Rudy video. He did a box opening of Avacyn Restored. No, he opened 2 boxes of Avacyn Restored. Pulled 17 mythics.
In 1 box.
I'm sorry, in 2 boxes.
2 boxes.
17 mythics. He said 60 on the video because he actually knocked one into his foil pile. 17 mythics.
Nah.
It was pretty insane.
No. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Uh-huh.
No. No. Those are seeded. No. They had to have been seeded.
They're sealed boxes.
No.
I'll send you the video link.
No. I don't care.
Hey, I just thought it was funny. Because he usually does videos for patrons or people who buy the boxes, or also because he can't send sealed product to Canadian or international sellers, but he can open the cards and send the cards to them because of Wizards distribution rules. So he usually opens them on video, then puts the videos up on his channel. And he opened, someone wanted 2 boxes of Avacyn Restored, so he opened them, and that's what he opened.
You back him on Patreon?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't because I don't buy product. If I bought product, I would, because they are good prices for his product. So I think a box is $80 shipped through him. So if you're someone who wants to buy a case, I mean, it's financially beneficial to be on his Patreon.
So Snow has a mighty graveyard.
I really upset Bobby here. Sorry, everyone.
No, that's okay. It's just, you know, Rudy is, you know, the problem.
I don't think
he's one of the big problems.
No, he's just the face of a problem, and he knows he's a problem, but he doesn't care.
Right. See, and that's...
But I don't mind his unboxing videos. It's just him opening a box of cards for patrons. Doesn't bother me. It's just... He can sit there and make his finance videos and all stuff all he wants. People can watch that. People can subscribe to that he does knowingly to alter the market, and people fall for it and everything because people aren't smart enough to get what he's doing. Man knows what he's doing, and I can't fault him for it. He can have his 50 sets of Arabian Nights, and
they're all on YouTube. Somebody could buy them out. Then you won't have 50 sets of Arabian Nights.
Yeah, but he's gonna make good money.
Yeah, Dumb money.
I'm surprised he's. I'm sure those are there pure as a flex. Cause
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what A, the price he put him at, and B, because he talks all the time. He is he's a pumper, but he's not a dumper. He does not sell anything.
So, what do we have there? What in the world is that thing? What is that card? The blue one in the middle. What is that card? The blue one in the middle. Yes.
Fraying Sanity.
Thank you.
What is it?
Fraying Sanity.
Gotcha.
Alright, Fraying Sanity. At the beginning of each player's end step, enchanted player puts the top X cards of the library into the graveyard where X is the number of cards put in that player's graveyard this turn. So, it's exponential milling. Double to mill, double to mill. So, Thing in the Pants has flipped. And 2 birdies. Rock is at a mighty 7 life. Snell is at 16. Well, you've got this turn to mill him out. Can you do it, Rock? Look at your graveyard. I don't know why. Count how many times you've thought scouring him.
Sorry, Vicious Fledgling. That was the card I was thinking.
Ah.
And it's not, it's Adapt. Adapt is the power. I want to clarify that.
So, mill 7.
Oh my god, that's a lot of cards.
And he's going to mill another 7. And that's not enough to kill him. Snell's going to win. Snell picks up game number 2 and the match. Snell finally breaks into that win category with his 5th on the year. And Rock, unfortunately, drops to his 3rd loss on the year. So Rock is a 1-3. Snell picks himself up to a 5-7, so he's almost back at 500.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say we get somebody other than Snell out there this time?
Good plan.
I'm going to say it's going to be Rockin' Ricky Ruff.
I hope so. I love Rockin' Ricky. One of my favorite cards they made in the last set for Hearthstone was Whizbang the Wonderful.
Okay.
Basically, it's a card that it replaces your deck with a recipe deck. Basically, in Hearthstone, they establish recipes. So, like, if as a set comes out, there might be 3 deck recipes you can build. Like, here's some decks that kind of run off archetypes based on the set we're releasing.
Okay.
So with this card, if you don't own all those cards, you could just get a random version of that deck every time you play a game.
Oh. Okay.
He's pretty delightful, especially for people like me who don't necessarily want to get all the cards for set, but just want to play the games.
Mm.
So every game I play, it's like, oh, what do I get now? This Paladin deck. It's a fun card. I'm really sad he's going to be rotating soon. He's one of those cards I wish they'd put in the classic set. But if you're a company when you make money, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have them there. Because then people are just like, oh, let's make that one card and never have to buy anything ever again.
It's true. True. But, I don't know. So, there's a good possibility Rock is undefeated. He is playing Rhinos.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing we have learned this year is that 2019 is absolutely the year of the Rhino.
That's right.
And, well, you couldn't have lost one, could you, Snell? My God.
You know, he plays
so fast.
He plays to win.
He does. He does.
His games have been very fast.
They really
Well, and
This one did take 4 more minutes. So.
I see. When you have when your opponent is helping to feed your deck.
Yeah, that is part of it too.
Excited for any movies coming out the rest of this year, Bobby?
I'm excited for Shazam.
Me too. I'm seeing it on Saturday. The early screening through Fandango.
I am. I'm a little leery about it now.
Why?
I was going through Target.
Yeah,
and I saw
stuff with the 7 Deadly Sins.
I'm sorry. What?
Are you talking about because there's the Shazam family in the film potentially?
Oh, the figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 7 Deadly Sins.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, that's more
okay.
Shazam lore stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that there was going to be.
Shazam.
I didn't realize there was going to be like 7 Shazams running around.
No, we don't know how it's going to factor in the movie, but they exist.
Right.
They've existed in the comics, so it's nothing new.
Okay. I am excited for Endgame. I'm looking forward to
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
I really am.
I'm so stoked for that movie.
I really am. It looks like they learned their lesson, hopefully, that they're not going to turn this one into a happenstantial love story.
Yeah, but that's a total like Showa era Godzilla film.
I know, but I didn't like the way it was presented. It was like, I gotta get home. It's like, well, we ain't going anywhere without an engineer. I'm an engineer. It's like, well, get up here then.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I don't care. No, I don't like super happenstantials like that. Over the weekend, I did. Well, with the muse out of town, I'm able to have my Steve Martinitis, she likes to call it. So I watched Venom. I enjoyed Venom quite a lot. Have you seen it?
Nope. It is on my list on, if I see this at Walmart for $5, I will watch it.
I will let you borrow it if
I
you
heard
would
plenty
like.
of fine things about it. It's not,
You have to pay $5 for it, it's no deal.
but it's one of those, like, if I saw it for cheap, I'd pick it up and gladly watch it. It's nothing
Right.
against the film, just never got to see it. And
Right. But Venom, I enjoyed it quite a bit. There was only a couple like nitpicky things that I could pull out. Based on a Spider-Verse series without Spider-Man, I think it was very well done. There were many scenes that absolutely seemed limited and edited, that Tom Hardy absolutely believed he was filming an R-rated movie, but we got to see a PG-13 movie.
It's very clear from early on that they were aiming for R-rated movie, then Sony's like,
Right. And this is, this franchise, especially if you're going to tease like Carnage at the end, you can't. You just lean into it.
They probably will for the sequel.
But it's weird having a PG-13 primary movie and then an R-rated sequel.
I mean, there's been films like on the Expendable films went from R-rated to PG-13, and they learned their lesson from that. But,
Right.
But you know, you can go directions.
Okay. But and then I watched Bad Times at the El Royale.
What'd you think of that? That's also been on my list to get around to, because when it came out, it got enough mixed reviews where it wasn't something I wanted to go to the theater for.
It felt like a movie that overreached its aspirations. I enjoyed it. The way I would describe it is pomp and circumstance and coincidence and happenstance. It felt like they were absolutely doing their best to create Pulp Fiction 4 Rooms, but in forcing that into it, made it was more coincidences than Spider-Man 2.
That's quite a bit, Jesus.
That there is it. Not to say that it couldn't have worked, but it's 2.5 hours. And it felt rushed. They didn't give you enough character development, I don't think. They open up way too many doors. So it's like they were making Tarantino-esque movie in the style of J.J. Abrams storytelling. And I was like, I don't have to answer all of your questions. It's best just to leave a mystery box. It's like, no. It's much more satisfying in this one-shot movie, which isn't going to have a sequel, to answer those questions.
Yeah.
No, it's one thing to, you know, wonder what happened, but to make so many interesting characters and then focus on the worst ones. But it was very good. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I think the pacing was a bit off, but all round, I could absolutely see where it would get mixed reviews.
Yeah. That's basically what most of the stuff I kind of heard.
It
had a lot of the feelings of like a lot of post Pulp Fiction, like 90s films where like a lot of people were trying to ride like Quentin Tarantino's dick.
Right. Because after I got done watching it, very few movies leave me befuddled. It's like, I know what I just watched, I understand what I just watched, but I honestly can't tell you... Thank you.
It's too good not to keep bringing up.
But I honestly couldn't tell you how I truly felt about the movie. Because it didn't draw you in enough to make you care about it. It's like, oh, it's an interesting story, but there was no investment for me.
What? I saw a movie recently where I had that feeling on it. 'Cause I remember saying the same thing about something recently, but I can't remember what it was.
It's like...
I think it was Shape of Water.
I'm not disappointed in the movie.
Yeah.
The last movie that I truly got disappointed with, outside of like comic book movies, was honestly Burn After Reading. I expected so much from that movie, and I think they just rushed everything and didn't take the time to establish anything solidly. They just went from piece to piece to piece, and then the end. It was like...
Did you ever see Hail Caesar?
Not
yet. That was another Coen Brothers one that came out a couple years ago. A lot of people
I've been wanting to see that one.
A lot of people dogged on it. Me and Rachel really enjoyed it.
Right. It seems like something I would really like. I just haven't been able to like sit down and watch that one yet.
Like us being like this, I don't know, like dumb Hollywood film geeks. It's like there's a lot of like classic Hollywood-esque vibes to it, and a lot of things like that.
Right. I can understand that.
So it was really fun. Besides seeing Captain Marvel a couple weeks ago, I watched. I'm a huge Michael Mann fan, but I had never seen Last of the Mohicans for some reason. It's kind of never crossed my path. It's a very different film for Michael Mann. Right. So I picked that up recently. I watched that. That was very enjoyable.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
Really good time.
It's a good telling.
And then I watched a Gary Oldman like neo-noir film called Romeo's Bleeding.
I remember seeing that one come out, but I've not seen it.
Yeah, I really dug it. It was a lot of fun.
I've seen a lot of movies, but there's a lot of movies that just didn't appeal to me at the time that they came out. So,
well, I think that's really a lot of times I'm watching stuff where it's just over the years it just didn't like when I was 13, this didn't sound interesting to me. Right. Now I'm like, I should check that out and revisit it, or that type of stuff, or like I've been saying for a while, just trying to like cross. I guess like quote unquote like important movies off my list. Right. Like I have never seen this. Let's check it off. I've been working through like Japanese cinema a lot. Just growing up is like, I'm gonna watch all these Hong Kong films. And it's now I'm like, I should know more about other East Asian countries.
The only movie that I've seen that has subtitles that I can honestly say that I enjoyed and didn't really notice them was Pan's Labyrinth. I am not a fan of non-English films. I will take a terrible dub over having to read because I'm not the strongest reader. I have to absorb the words into my brain for them to make sense. And at the speed that a movie goes, I can either watch it or I can read it. and there is a lot of action and a lot of nuance that I miss because I'm reading it. But Pan's Labyrinth, I guess it was the pacing of it and just the atmosphere of it. It didn't feel out of place. That's why when it comes to anime, especially anime, I cannot watch a non-dub because I have tried and I miss so much. And in a lot of movies, people talk very fast, and because it's normal, and I can hear it good, but I can't comprehend the written word fast enough, because I found myself getting too frustrated with having to rewind and rewatch a scene because I missed it.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, what did they say?
Which is specifically why when I bring movies over, okay, does this have a dub? I can bring this over.
That is my biggest complaint about Star Trek Discovery's first season with the Klingons. Most of the conversation was in Klingon with subtitles for like entire scenes. I'm like, I don't watch TV to read.
Right. I don't have a problem with some subtitles, like if it's like a scene.
Right, the occasional.
But
like most of the early Star Trek films were
that's fine.
Yeah.
But when an episode is 30 to 40% Klingon scenes, and all of them are subtitles,
which is a bit ridiculous because the show has a history of just not doing that.
Right.
Just letting them speak. A lot of sci-fi shows can get away with that.
Yeah, even more so when they're it's like an entire scene with Klingons too.
Yeah.
So they can just be speaking Klingonese, but they're translating it. You know, you get the.
I really enjoyed how, like recently, the Warcraft movie handled that. Where they had people speaking, and you could hear them in the background with gibberish coming out of their mouths.
Right. I still think that the best movie that ever transitioned from subtitles into English is still To Be or Not to Be. It's a Mel Brooks masterpiece where he is a Polish theater director, and the movie opens with a song and dance number of Sweet Georgia Brown, sung entirely in Polish. And at the end of it, he starts having a conversation backstage with, I believe, his wife, and they stop the scene halfway through and announces, like, to the benefit of our non-Polish speaking audience members, we will now continue the rest of the movie in English. And then they just switched to English. It was fantastic. There's no reason why not to do that. Like, establish that you're speaking in a foreign language, but then switch to English if you're not, if it's not there, if it's only there to environment build. You know, I can understand it as like if you're like speaking Klingon because you don't want the guy sitting next to you to know what you're saying.
Right.
But it kind of goes without saying, because at this point, don't they have universal translators?
Yeah.
I'd never understood that. It's like, universal translator kind of screws this over. Star Trek 6, that was one of my favorite scenes, is when they're like trying to respond to the Klingon in Klingon because they can't use the translator.
Yeah.
What was frustrating about that is, I understand not being able to respond in Klingon, but why couldn't you have received his message and used the translator to know what he said?
That was a problem, yeah. You can get back. But hey, how about we run this through?
Let's run it through an algorithm.
Also,
it's like, oh, he's asking who we are.
Flipping through books.
Yeah.
How about they use the computer to give them a printout?
Right!
Hey, computer, can you translate this into basic on the screen, and then let me just do my hack and cough through it?
I mean, it was a fantastic scene, and I love it. And yes, thank you, Darkleaf. Pan's Labyrinth was a fantastic movie. I love the ending of it. I'm not going to give it away because some people haven't seen it. But, yeah, that ending, it just is so subjective, because it's really left up to you on how you perceive the entire movie.
Oh yeah, I could see what you're saying. Yeah, you start saying subjective, like.
No, it's.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, that scene in Star Trek, I love the hell out of it. It's a great scene, and I love the goofiness of it, especially the responses. It's like so broken, so. And then, you know, the guy, it only works because the customs guy doesn't care. He's just like, hey, who are you?
Yeah,
You're
they're
not...
also pretending to be like, they're not pretending to be a Klingon phase.
Yeah, they're pretending to be just like a transporter.
Transport. So they're like, it very well could be
a
bunch of dudes who can't afford a universal translator, and know just enough Klingon to say, where's the brothel?
Don't catch any bugs. I was like, just laugh back at him. They're laughing. We can laugh too. We'll figure it out later. But yeah,
I don't hold anything against anybody who can't do subtitles.
I
don't hold it against anybody who can do subtitles. I just don't get elitist about it. Like, I prefer subtitles, but I'm not gonna sit here and like, oh, you can't watch me this movie.
It's one of the reasons why I'm a little frustrated, because the only version of One Punch Man that's on Netflix is the subbed version.
Didn't Adult Swim air it? Like, didn't Toonami air it and dub it?
I don't know.
I thought I got it done.
I haven't looked on there.
But it might not be on Netflix, that's why.
Yeah. It was brought to my attention a couple weeks ago that Cartoon Network did make or aired, or somewhere along the line, 2 more seasons of Fooly Cooly came about. And wasn't aware of that, but I went on to Adult Swim website and watched the 2 seasons, and I liked them. They're not as grabbing as the first series, but they were delightful. I'd like to be able to pick those up at some time to complete my collection, but
yeah, I never got the Fooly Cooly, so I didn't watch the Resurgence series.
I still say that they got their series backwards, that everything in Evangelion could have been wrapped up in 6 episodes, because that's about how much story and action there is in that series. And Fooly Cooly could have very easily have been put into a 26 episodes run and still have so many unanswered questions.
That's not how it goes sometimes.
That's not how it goes. And
I'm partially excited for Eva coming to Netflix, so I want to give that show another shot. Because back in the early 2000s, I watched most of it, and I was like, this is stupid. I don't like this.
The problem with... one of the biggest problems with Evangelion is the same problem that I had with Akira, except Akira's story wasn't good.
Well, Akira's problem is that it's 1 volume of like a 10-volume manga.
Right.
That movie is like barely anything of the actual story.
Well, I mean, Akira is like 20 minutes of plot and an hour, 10 minutes of panoramic cityscapes.
I don't disagree.
And the problem with Evangelion is there's so much just dead space with nothing happening. It's like, I understand you're using it to like create atmosphere and to show like the distances between characters and
all the religious symbology that they put in there because they thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
Crosses, that's rad.
Yeah, and like Evangelion, it had like all of this like deep metaphorical. That's why when I saw Fooly Cooly, I was like, there has to be like deep meaning behind this. And then when I got the DVDs, it was like, oh, there's director commentary. So when I watched the director commentary, and then the first 5 minutes of episode 1 is like, so I knew from the beginning that I wanted to put a robot in here because robots are cool. It's like, oh, so there's really no deep no deep-seated background. There's no super metaphorical meaning to anything in Fooly Cooly. It's he liked robots and he wanted to make them pop out of people's heads. That's all.
Sometimes
he liked guitars, he liked robots, and that's what it's all about.
Well, sometimes you can stumble on stuff where it's like you might have just done it because you thought cool, but you've inadvertently made something that really has like accidental depth. That happens in a lot of things.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'll still watch Fooly Cooly every now and then because it's a great series. There's like 1 or 2, like the Firestarter episode is a little weird, but not a place. But other than that, But yeah, I don't, nothing against dub. I understand the impact, because when you watch a movie in its original form, it's how it was intended to be watched. And if you dub it, you're changing it on, it might be a minor level, but it's still a level that is being changed from, because you're not going to get the same inflection. You're not going to get the same
it's potentially
feeling.
entirely altering a performance of an actor.
Yeah, and you know, a performance could be absolutely stunning and just fall a little flat because the guy reading was having a bad day that day. But
and it depends though, because I think Jackie Chan's films, again, because it's such a physical comedy situation,
right?
They work pretty well dubbed. But at the same time, because they like, he has a English dub person that's the same person for all of his movies,
right?
So you create consistency there at least.
Yeah.
The problem with like a lot of anime, sometimes like Dragon Ball Z is a part of this, of the numerous numbers of dubs over there. Now to the point now where it's pretty much everyone is Christopher Sabat and Sean Semmel.
Yeah.
Because over the years, they like keep getting rid of old voice people and just have someone else. And who's here? Sabat's here. He'll do it.
Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. But
some dubs have ruined some animes for sure. I really liked Gurren Lagann was the biggest case of this. I loved
I've
Gurren
heard
Lagann
that
when it was airing in Japan. Then it's like finally got done. I'm like, I'm gonna check this out because it was on Sci-Fi.
Right.
And I started listening to it. I'm like, oh my god! Like whoever directed these people or cast them did a very poor job. Because the character, Kitty Media's dubbing was legendary. But the character Kamina in Gurren Lagann is like, you know, bold and like outlandish and has like such a large performance. And then whoever they get for the dub is just so subdued. And it's like, as a voice actor, this is the kind of roles you live for, where you can just go nuts and go for it, and you're just pissing the bed right now. It's just
yeah, not just One Punch Man, but Attack on Titan is the same way. I want a dub of that because I tried to watch, but there's just too much going on and a lot of exposition that I'm not gonna get it.
This is hilarious because I watched that first season. I felt like nothing happens, and I feel like there's no exposition because they don't explain anything in 26 episodes. I've never been so mad in my life at an anime I watched. And so that was one of those, like, I started watching it, and there's like cool moments, and there's stuff that happens where I'm like, well, this show's terrible now.
Right.
But I've already watched 10 episodes. I'm gonna finish this season. They must go someplace. They must explain something. They must do something.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Nope, they don't do anything. I think it was like 27 episodes of that first season. It does nothing. And I've talked to people who are also fans of the anime, fans of the manga, that agree. It's like, yeah, it takes quite a while for anything to go anyplace. And now the manga's at a point where it should. Now apparently the manga's at a point where they've done enough where they should end it, but it's going to probably just keep going forever.
Like a One Piece situation?
No, One Piece is the opposite. One Piece always has something interesting going on. And Ichiro Oda will probably keep doing that series for another 10 years and it'll never get old. That One Piece, by the way, the anime of One Piece, has more episodes than the entirety of Dragon Ball at this point. If you combine Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super, everything. Because it's been going continuously since 1998.
That's crazy. That's a lot.
Almost near 1,000 episodes.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I guess I should. Yeah, I can go for a 4-minute rant here.
Oh my.
I should touch on the title of the stream today. The stream is entitled, "Where is my Shamrock Shake?" Today is as of recording, the 21st day of March. It is the second day of spring. And McDonald's is no longer serving Shamrock Shakes.
Man, they really dumped them early this year.
Did they dump them the day after St. Patrick's Day?
That's what I'm thinking. This is uncalled for. This is absolutely terrible. McDonald's, you have two products that people actually care about. One is that McRib, for whatever reason, people love that thing. And number 2 is the Shamrock Shake. And by God, you guys have screwed it up in the past, but in the later years, you have turned that around, and it has been a delightful product once more. I saw it was early this year. I saw that they started selling them like towards the latter 3rd of February. But that should be an extension. It shouldn't dictate the month that you sell this product.
You get 28 days.
Considering that it is March, it is Shamrock Shake month, and you're too damn lazy to fix your scroll, which last year into July said, we're hiring, open interviews Monday through Friday during these times. Stop in for a Shamrock Shake. Now, I know that you stopped selling the shake in April, but that was April. You didn't stop halfway through March.
They really needed to hire people. They're trying to bribe you to come in for Shamrock Shakes.
If we could ever hire somebody, we could change our sign. But we're hiring for the guy to change our sign.
Now, if anybody out there knows that their McDonald's is still selling Shamrock Shakes, I'd like to know, because then I can point at this one location who has screwed up severely in the past. Yeah. Don't get me started on the sausage McMuffin with egg cheese debacle.
Which location is this one?
It is the Pekin Court Street downtown. The one that had gone through the biggest renovation and the most updated technologies. They didn't know that cheese is supposed to come on the thing that shows it has cheese on the picture.
The renovations didn't last very long. I've noticed now that their drive-through signs, the ones that confirm your orders, I don't think they work anymore.
Yeah, they do.
Then they just don't ever turn them on.
Well, they're always on when I go through.
When I go through,
they see you pull up. And
they
like,
see you pull up, and it's like.
I mean, I only go for breakfast.
That's strange.
Apparently, the breakfast crew doesn't know how to turn them on.
That's possible.
Because you think they'd always be on.
Those are the old crotchety people who don't work at or don't go to high school, so they're not really fandangled with the technology.
Find the remote.
I think you should just be happy that the drive-up window doesn't consistently blink 12.
Jesus.
Oh, they're renovating next door. Yeah.
Okay.
Usually they're done by 5, but last week they were like drilling into the walls. And I was like, I certainly hope you guys are done by 6. That'd be weird. I mean, I can get by at the other location by announcing that the kick-ons is the scrubber machines cleaning the warheads, but this one it would be a little different, especially with no Starfinders.
Is this round still going?
It's Brandon! It has to be Brandon!
Long rounds. I mean, I hated this when I played HeroClix, because people just want to, like, take forever for all this. Every round is always an hour. It's like, take your damn turn, or I'm going to bring a goddamn chess clock.
I was happy with the performance of my Lantern deck on Friday. I need to pick up one more Chalice of the Void for it. But it's a lot stronger, faster, and more durable than I thought it was, considering that the 3 matches I won were against Burn, and Infect. I don't think in the past I've been able to drop a bridge and be empty-handed on turn 1 before.
That's impressive.
But yeah, I'm really digging it. But like I told the Muse, I don't feel right calling it Lantern anymore because there's no Lantern, and it doesn't Lantern control you.
I think that's why they changed the name to Whir.
Well, it's Lanternless or Whir, and you know those are generic, stupid words. So I have decided.
You're gonna call it Sciagra?
No, I'm calling it Brutus Beefcake. because it locks you out and slowly drains away your ability to proceed in the match. So, and the two my era professional wrestlers that used the sleeper hold as a finisher were Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Roddy Piper, and it's not a feisty little firecracker of a deck that's not racist in the least, so I can't call it Roddy Piper. It's the deck that has like powerful friends that really push it up into the into the forum and get them matches that they have no business getting or winning, but gosh darn it, they're there anyway.
So you're gonna go into inked playmats and like get some custom Brutus Barber Beefcake.
Get some Brutus
playmat. I'm sorry, card backs. Or
well,
card sleeves.
Well, I could get a playmat. I can get like the one where he's in like the tiger stripe, like armbands with the shears. Is like that flexi. I can find.
You should you should actually you should get some. He did plenty of guest spots on Thunder in Paradise, and you could take some screen grabs from that.
Well, of course he did. It was.
I know.
Yeah.
There's a whole script. I mean, you could just. I'm sure there's plenty of. Brutus Beefcake to get on a playmat.
That's
right there.
That's close. I mean, this is the one that I like, but I know that.
Actually, I paused. Go back up. Go back up. That one right there.
Well, that looks like when he usurped the model. Some Rick Martel action right there. There's one shot that it's like this pose.
This one?
There it is. That's the one I think I'm looking at.
I'm sure you can find some fine images of him.
I mean, he had the pose. That was his one, and gosh darn it, if he wasn't going to do it every time.
What do you want on camera?
Oh my God, we're Ricky.
Ricky, you're on camera.
Who's his opponent? El Capitan.
Oh my!
Finals.
We get some rhinos and Tron. Or I don't think Captain is playing Tron.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is. Okay.
He doesn't have another
I thought
deck.
someone earlier said he wasn't.
Oh, if he's not, I'm gonna be shocked as hell. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the. Ooh.
I'm sure you can go up to the top. If you go up to the top and do tools, you can get like high res stuff. Just do a whole bunch. Just collage.
Oh, just like
those aren't backgrounds. You can chroma key those out easy.
Oh yeah,
there.
easy.
You have options.
Oh yeah, I know I got options.
Well, I mean, it's thankful that they're that way.
Right. Yeah, very easy to chroma.
See, card sleeves right there.
You know what? That's too good. That's too good. That's
I'm gonna get water real quick.
That's the one that's going up. Looks like Ricky's on red and the captain's on blue. Ricky does not have a. Yep. The captain. Shiny, stupid Tron. But I do have a Ricky Ruff. Up above the Ricky Ruff. Hello. How's it going?
I like how you left your cheese and chocolate sitting out there. Okay.
Ricky.
So cool. So cool.
There you go. Cheese keeps its temperature.
Seriously?
Oh, can hear that big though.
Sorry, a little too much.
No, that's fine.
I must have passed. Oh, there it was. There it is. Bam! Rocket Ricky Ruff.
Bam, bam.
Oh, Black Betty.
So you were talking about, dubbing. Actually, honestly, growing up, I actually really liked a dub version of Hard Boiled, the John Woo film, because that was the copy Hollywood Video had. So much so that I wanted to order it, so I had to go to Suncoast, and I had them order me a copy. And like in classic fashion back then, you had to wait probably months because you had to wait for any of the warehouses to actually get it in stock. And then when they got it, and I went home and started watching it, I'm like, oh, this is the subtitled version. It was not the dub version I was so used to that I kept renting all the time. My mom was buying it for me because I kept renting it from Hollywood Video every fucking week. So I was fine with that. I stuck with it. But so it's flashed to now. Like a couple years ago, I specifically went and found the DVD release from that company so I could get the English dub for that movie.
Okay.
So now I own like 5 copies of Hard Boiled.
There we go.
Because I have my subtitled VHS. I think I got a bootleg import copy my grandmother gave me. I have a Hong Kong release on DVD. I have this version on DVD. Big fan of Hard Boiled. Rockin' Ricky.
So it looks like Ricky is mulliganing. Oh!
What do you think about those potential London rule mulligans?
I like them. But then again, I'm a white player, so that's going to get me into a ley line easier. And
that's most people's...
And when I'm not in white, I'm in some weird quirky combo like Lantern. And
that's kind of most people's opposition to that mulligan. Is because of just how much... I saw some numbers, like how just absurdly increases your odds of winning when you can just keep dumping your hand and get until you get the cards you want. Which goes back to the original mulligan rules.
Right.
Which caused major problems.
Oh, the original no land, all land?
No land, you can dump your hand. I'm like, well, that got broken real fast. I think that was the fastest turnaround on a change in a mulligan rule, because I think it was like a couple weeks and they're instant like, nope, ain't doing that.
Reminds me of the original. The Pokemons.
Ah, yes.
And the first mulligan rule with them was if you had no basics, shuffle it up, throw it back, and your opponent can draw 2 cards. Now, I knew those rules. It was absolutely a may. You did not have to.
Yep.
I do remember there was...
I think I know where you're going with this.
One individual at a tournament one night. Back in the day, I believe it was like 2000, 2001 maybe.
What was this at the mall?
At the mall,
yep,
yeah.
So, yeah.
And I was on my... I'm still very proud of this deck, my Moltres Mill deck. I built Mill in Pokemon, and it worked. But my opponent apparently liked the idea of decking his opponent as well.
And Ricky's down to 4 cards.
And so it's like the 2nd or 3rd round of the tournament, and like he only has 1 Scyther in his deck as the only basic in his deck. So
oh, this is much different. Okay.
I'm loading, or it's like I got my 7, and it's like I was like, no basics. It's like, okay, I'll draw 2. I think I drew like 12.
Yeah.
And got like the perfect hand. Like everything I would ever need for the rest of the game. And then he's like, no basics. And it's like, okay. He's like, draw 2. It's like, no, I'm good. He's like, no, you have to draw 2. It's like, no, I may draw 2. And I'm good with the cards I've drawn right now.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and shuffle up until you get your Scyther, and then we'll play. Apparently, I was the first person to decline to draw a card off the mulligan there.
Yeah. Well, I remember one of the classic ones was just your deck would be nothing but 4 Mewtwo's and all Psychic Energies. Because because you just put them out there, use barrier the entire time, and then eventually they'll just mill themselves out.
Right. But yeah, he was just built, you know, he had like real cards, but his only basic was a Scyther. I'm like, oh, okay. Because it was built specifically just to mill out your opponent before the game starts. And he chose Scyther because it was, if he got it, it could fight. And it could beat up on your, if your opponent had a weak starter and no real good start up, you could just beat him down. Oh my god, pull trucks! What? Guess what? I know it's 5 minutes later, but what? I have no idea what you're about to say, Poltrox. No idea whatsoever.
I'm still playing through. I found on Etsy there's a great market of people making reproduction cartridges for either like Japanese games, stuff that never got released in America. I picked up the Pokemon Trading Card Game 2 for Game Boy.
Okay.
That game is a blast. It is so stupid that game never got localized because it is so good and has so many improvements over the first game. On top of obviously more cards, but the storyline is interesting, and they added like the features they added are incredible. They added like a tell system, so when your opponent like goes to draw their card their turn, the avatar animation will like do a happy face or like a sad face depending on like what card they draw.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really like there's so many like fun features. There's just on top of all the extra content, like the different island you go to. There's like a kind of like an arcade you can go to. You can like win cards and do all this stuff. It's just chock full of cool stuff. And plus, you can change the coin that you flip all the time.
Okay.
Like in this particular storyline, instead of getting badges, you're getting coins, and then you can customize which coin you're using. The game also has a female or male avatar you can play as. It's just tremendous.
So we've got Map to get the last Tron piece that he's missing, and Star to turn whatever he's going to play into green. Stupid Tron doing stupid Tron things.
Tron got a Tron. I am befuddled.
Come on, Ricky. Rhino all over
I don't know.
him.
Having to go down so low in his hand, I know it's going to be... Rhino.
Gotta see that Rhino. Wanna see that Rhino.
5-4 for 4. Trample.
6-point life swing.
Woo! You excited for Modern Horizons?
I am excited. I'm excited, and I'm still...
Hope it's a good set for modern players.
Still, borderline scared. Scared of what they're gonna put in. Scared of what they're not gonna put in. I'm super scared.
It'd be nice if they could put good stuff in there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Scared.
On top of obviously the new stuff they're adding.
Right.
It isn't reprints.
It is weird that it's 200 new cards and 50 reprints and not the other way around, but...
Well, like, yeah, because they're making cards like these cards are specifically for the modern environment.
Right.
Which is a very interesting design space to try to create cards for, with like the breadth of the environment, how many cards are available for it. It's one thing we're like, oh, we're making cards for standard, and sometimes give some thought to how it might affect vintage or legacy or modern.
Okay, so we've got... Is that Ultron? Yeah, it's Ultron. Here comes...
The 8th edition ones.
Oh, hey, it's Ulamog.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this was a fun game. Seems really good.
It's impeccable.
Let's see here. Let's just go ahead.
Well, we're gonna see here. He's gonna play it out. Rockin' Ricky ain't going down that easy. Rockin' Ricky.
Oh, let's see here. let's just go ahead and drop that right there. That's good. Yep, let's go ahead and get the ancient stirrings. You're not going to need that. You've already got enough. Ricky looking to play it out, not letting his opponent like just walk over him with a 10-10 indestructible that's gonna mill a 30-year deck every time it swings. Oh no, that's absolutely fair magic.
That is a very fair game to play.
You know, how many 4-mana 10-10s do you know in the game that have 3 really, really good abilities, including a cast trigger?
Sarah Angel is a 4/4 for 5 of Flying and Vigilance.
That is true.
They don't make them like that anymore.
No. Well, yeah, yes they do. They absolutely do still make Sarah Angel.
and like that, the probably the most balanced card they ever made in this game.
Oh, look at that. Captain won game 1.
Wow.
I didn't see that happening.
Wow.
You know, my opponent milled to 4 and then...
Wow. Tremendous. Better go to those sideboards.
I just gotta move you up a bunch.
Moving those assets.
Gotta move the assets. There we go. Yeah. What else can I drop? Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Forgot I had this.
Someone is auctioning a Beckett 9 Alpha Black Lotus.
Ooh.
I think it just started actually. It's already at $65,000.
Ooh.
That's tremendous. Oh, there's a new lottery going. I'm gonna buy a ticket when I win.
The 550 million?
Yeah, when I win, you know what I'm gonna do?
Give it to charity.
You're
gonna buy Rudy's 50
No, actually,
50
I'm gonna buy that PSA 10 Alpha Black Lotus signed by Christopher Rush. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna crack that case. And I'm gonna put it on my bicycle.
Put it on your bike spokes.
It's not like a motorcycle. I'm gonna film it and put it on my YouTube channel too. I'm calling my shots right there, folks. It'd be the best $1 million anyone's ever spent. Then I'm gonna buy airtime during the Super Bowl.
Just show you riding it around in a circle.
I'm gonna get Christopher Nolan to film me doing it, and then put a trailer together. I'm gonna take that airtime, and it's just gonna be like all emotional. It's like cracking it, and then clipping on there.
Oh, every time you like go to open it, you gotta give the Inception orchestra string to.
People think I am crazy. Nope. When you get that much money, you can be crazy for one thing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna be crazy about just destroying history for something that doesn't matter.
Nope.
Because they'll take it and it's perfectly fine. I'll put it in a sleeve. I'll play with it.
Excuse me.
Or I won't play it. Actually, I won't sleeve it. I'll be like those guys.
Yeah, don't sleeve it.
I'll be that guy who plays Alpha 40 with his cards unsleeved. That guy's deck rules because he's got like all the good money alpha cards, and he's like rifle shuffle them, beat the hell out of them, beat the devil out of it. You're just loading this up. I like all this. Cheaty and wow.
It takes so little to entertain me.
Hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. Hot damn.
You. Oh, she ordered.
Good. Yeah, when she asked about it, I got the link and I wanted to send to you so you guys have your collection.
Yeah. So we're getting the Fisty Butthole dungeon.
Are you getting just the base game, or were you able to get the?
Oh, she went in. Okay. She got the box. She got the game. She got the upgrade pack. She got the.
Did you get the playmats?
Yeah, she got the playmat. Did you get the prisoner mat? The only thing that she didn't get were the 2 like lore novella things.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's fine.
Because it's much more fun to
concoct
the story on why this guy is doing the things he's doing if he really wants to get out of there.
I have the. I don't know if it's available there, but because I backed the Kickstarter, I got the soundtrack on digital. So if you just want to like have it, because I understand not everyone has a set player.
Soundtrack.
Yeah, they made a nice, cool soundtrack you can play in the background when you're playing the game. I think the little stuff like that's fun. It's really cool they go for that.
All right, Captain starting off strong with a expedition map. Let's see. I guess I can show what that is. Expedition map. All right, and oh, we've got a Bob on Ricky's side.
Ho ho ho!
And he flipped over a land, so no loss of life there. He did crack a fetch, however, so he is at 19. Swinging for 2, Bob getting it done. Got to hit Tron where it counts, and well, he's not doing that either.
Yeah, I do have access to the books and the soundtrack, so I'll hook you guys up. Yeah. Get my phone back in my pocket. Ring, 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 ring. Please push me!
It's like, I just tried cocaine!
I can get over Vince, I promise.
Hulk believes in me!
Oh, that's what's going on here. I was like, what am I doing?
So, Bob got in with a 29.99. Yeah.
How expensive is Ricky's deck? Jesus.
Yes.
I miss a lot of things, and I see cards here. I'm looking at the table right now. I'm like, oh my god, there's some top end modern decks. Because she's what, a hundy? More than a hundy? I can't remember.
Well, she's just an Ultimate Master, so that shouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Some cards are recession proof.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gemstone, or not Gemstone, but Caverner Souls is absolutely recession proof.
Yeah, we talked about that.
$60 before the reprinting in Ultimate Masters, and $60 after the reprint.
Actually, I think
Ultimate
it's
Masters.
closer to 80 now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Liliana of the Veil Ultimate Masters Edition is going to be the cheapest one, and she is a $78 card. It's too much.
Yep.
That's too much, man.
Richard Garfield said, $20, limit of any card.
Should be. Should be.
Handle your reprints properly. Should not be a problem.
Should be. It's a game. Wants to be played.
That's what I always say.
Absolutely wants to be played. We do have a walking ballista down on the captain side, so
gonna walk all over you.
There it is. Boop 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 boop.
Would have been a lot more impressed if he had a walking archive.
Destroying the artifact. Yep. Shoot it, shoot it. Shoot Lily for one, shoot it for one. So, yeah. Ricky playing the brand new Rex Sage. It can either be big, it can kill artifact, it can kill an enchantment, or it can gain you 4 life. It's a toolbox of all trades. Green colorless floating. Draws a card off the star. And goes directly into... yeah. We're just gonna ban the hand right there. He doesn't need that. Captain 16. Ricky. That's a 19. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so found, looks like probably the missing Tron piece. Get the map down, and it's an expedition. Or it's a masterpiece. I don't know what it is.
And I don't know what it is, don't have to say, but...
Oh, boy. Well, let's look at Kaladesh masterpieces. Really? You have... Oh, whatever it is, it's dead. I still kind of want to know what it was. So I like how Kaladesh is listed. Oh, wait. Oh, here we are. Kaladesh Inventions. So the Zendikar expeditions aren't flagged in the Masterpiece series, but everything else is. Okay, that makes sense.
Great. Fantastic.
That makes perfect sense. Let's see. Wasn't the Chalice. It was not a combustible gear hulk. Doesn't look like a duplicate. Not an ensnaring bridge. Something dumb and stupid. Well, that's not weird or anything. Did you just get that buzzing?
It's next door. They're clearly running something.
Right. I mean, I'm not the only one who's hearing it, right?
Yeah. That's what I was...
Okay.
Yep.
No! There it is. Oh, it's a worm coil engine. It's a dirt... Would you stop it? Inventions. There it is. There's that stupid bug. Dirty worm. Dirty, dirty, dirty worm. $16.19 still. Okay. Thank God they left. Oh, thank God they're back.
Oh, forgot something.
I know your dad just died, but I gotta get into that machine.
I really gotta get into it.
No disrespect, you know. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Eugene the Spirit Dagron.
Must be a cool card named Eugene.
It is a cool card named Eugene. It's a dumb card named Eugene. And he's just gonna wipe everything.
That looks like a Eugene.
Absolutely fair. Cool magic.
The best magic.
Oh, excuse me.
Magic, yeah. The magic is so good, it's keeping me awake. Definitely not getting drippy-eyed. It's exciting game magic. The noise next door is always funny.
Oh, Captain goes up to 23.
Oh, he needs that.
Doesn't matter. Need rhinos. Ricky, play rhinos. Oh. Alright, Broody. You gotta go. Oh, I missed. Oh. You dumb. You're so dumb.
I was thinking of watching stuff. Me and Rachel finally started watching Trailer Park Boys.
Okay.
Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
It's a Canadian comedy series.
Uh-huh.
That apparently I knew it's been around for a while, but it was one of those like, oh, it started in like 2001. I am really mad at myself that I've waited this long to watch this show.
I've heard good stuff about it.
Tremendous. I really felt like I watching it, I'm like, you know what, I think there definitely was a hole in my life for a Canadian comedy series that I just had been really needing to take care of for a really long time.
See, that hole is still filled by the kids in the hall with me.
Well, see, I mean, it's been so long. I wanted something newer. I wanted something to experience again. There you go, right in the middle there. That chroma keyed really well. Who would have thought these like 30-year-old WWF shots would be so useful still? That's good right there. That's awesome.
You don't really need to see what's happening there, but I'm gonna stick him back here a little bit.
I was legitimately mad. I picked up the Kids in the Hall Complete series that came out last year.
Okay.
Because the A&E DVDs were expensive and hard to pick up at this point.
Okay.
So Mill Creek has done a lot of improvements since when they're back to bed. They were just like, here's 50 DVDs on for $1.
Right.
They've done a lot of really good work in recent years, but I will say I am greatly disappointed in them.
Really?
For this release. Because this release is, when you think you're buying, DVDs, or you're thinking they'll come in like slim cases, they'll be in like cases.
Okay.
The release for Kids in the Hall is a cardboard box that you like. There's no like sealable lid. It's just a piece of cardboard that sits on top, and inside is like several, essentially like cardboard
sleeves.
Pieces of cardboard paper that have the discs kind of sitting in them. I have a picture. I'll show you.
What?
I will find it.
So it's very 1 or 300 horror classics kind of setup.
No, because those are actually like little individual envelopes. These are just kind of sticking on a piece of cardboard. I have a picture. I left a super negative review on Amazon for this because it was like, and also what kills me is that there's no way, like, they're organized horrifically. I went through and had to like write down the number of the disc order on the cardboard because the way you put them in there kind of covers up the disc, so you don't even know what you're pulling out.
Wow.
I will find a picture of it because I posted about it online because I was just like, this is shameful. Like, who thinks this is acceptable in this day and age?
Apparently, Mill Creek.
Which is just what kills me, because they've done so many cool things in recent years that just that release was just bananas.
So Thrag Daddy is down there, and it looks like he has both worm tokens. Somehow, Ricky was able to fend off the Eugene onslaught.
Do it to it.
Alright, and Ricky goes to 2. Oh, look, it's another worm coil engine.
Oh, look, a donkey. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this is what they come on.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I guess jewel cases were just too damn expensive.
Legitimately, when I ordered it, it was like, and I like, oh cool, I get the entire series and all this stuff.
Right.
And then yeah, it shows up in a cardboard box that you don't open. You just like pull them all out.
Oh.
And it's just like, this is.
So it's just like a sleeve.
Yeah, essentially like just a little chipboard box that doesn't have like a like twist over. It's just a little piece of cardboard that sits on top.
Wow.
Not even like in there very well. It's just yeah, it's incredibly disappointing.
Oh, was it? I couldn't tell, Captain. Wow, yeah, this makes it look like it's a box set.
Yeah, that you'd expect to have, like, you know, yeah, here it is. It's literally just, there's like a piece of cardboard sitting on top.
Oh my god.
And then all of these just sitting inside of it. And it's a pure packaging thing, because the discs, the content, everything is great, but how they deliver it, it's just like, this is insulting.
Oh yeah, there it is. Wow. And it's one season per disc?
It's kind of.
Wow.
It's the entire series. I think and I think these are two-sided. So there's this disc on one side, disc on the other. So each of those, please. But yeah, they're all over the place.
This is what we're talking about here. Oh hey, Captain won.
Oh my god.
I mean,
whoever would have thunk it?
I saved it. HIJ.
What's the name of the
It should
file?
be right. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is what we're talking about. You know, it's just sleeve box that could hold jewel cases, be just fine.
They could make it open on one side with jewel cases, like the A&E season releases.
You know,
were.
like any DVD box set really comes.
Well, that's what killed me. I picked up. They released Miami Vice on Blu-ray, and that release is incredible. And again, it's the complete series. There's like a chipboard box, and each season its own Blu-ray case and everything. It's nice. And then you get this. It's like, what is this? That guy's really mad too. He's throwing it away. He's like, oh!
Pardon me.
Excuse me, that one got a little drilly.
So that's
pretty.
really bugged me.
That's pathetic. That's truly.
Oh, and
pathetic.
by digital they mean not a digital download. It's just digitally available on Mill Creek's website for you to watch it whenever you want.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wait. That's not what "and digital" means. That's not what "and digital" means.
That's what it means for Mill Creek.
So can anybody go to the Mill Creek website and watch it, or do you get a password?
No, it's unlocked for you to watch. You cannot download it from Mill Creek's website. It's just available to watch on Mill Creek's website.
It's not what "and digital" means.
I know.
This is all Rudy's fault.
Dumping and dumping.
This is all Rudy's fault. Damn you, Rudy.
He gets blamed for everything else, man, as well.
You know what? I blame him for Jeremy's attitude. I blame him for...
No way.
Oh, I did. I went there.
Don't you dare blame Rudy for that. That is his own doing.
No.
That guy's a mess. Oh my god.
It's a symbiotic relationship between the two of them.
No way.
Rudy is his way because of Jeremy, and Jeremy is his way because of Rudy.
I haven't seen what he has been up to. So I hopped on his Twitter, and I see these things he's making videos about. I'm like, you are out of your mind.
That is a tapeworm with what's another parasite? It's a tapeworm with heartworms that needs to just be passed and flushed down a toilet together.
I agree with one of those people. I agree. I don't agree with Rudy.
They are both pests and plagues and parasites on this community. They should both. They should both comfortably go living in a fire.
No. One of those people I agree with.
Go live in a fire.
Oh my god.
You know, because dying is too easy.
Rudy lives in Florida. A hurricane can come take him anytime.
Get on that, nature. Get on that. He's taunting you.
Oh, you're so mad.
No, Brutus is mad. I mean,
my push is back. Come on. I assume that's the last round.
You know what? This picture right here, this looks like the new Illinois plate with Creeper Lincoln.
Creeper Brutus.
It's like, hey, can I wrestle today? I'm really good. No!
Can I be in the opening match? Can I be the curtain jerker?
Oh!
I'll job for you. I'm really cool.
We'll job for gimmick.
She got sweet, like, fishnet, fingerless, like, sleeves.
I mean, that was hot in the
Look at
90s.
that open up. Oh, he's like, he's got goth wear going on there.
Oh, Brutus. Yeah,
What's his Hasbro figure look like?
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't remember what Brutus's look like. I say I also don't necessarily remember what his LJN figure looks like, but I know what his LJN figure looks like. I'm sure he had one. What's wrong with Mattel ones? There it is.
This one?
There.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
Oh my god.
The vintage, the old house. Oh, there's not. I didn't really see. Yeah, he had 2 Hasbro figures. Wow. that looks like an LJN. There it is. They really captured it.
Oh yeah, it's the exact same look. Whoops.
I can cut these hairs.
You know what? Good on you for capturing perfect likeness. That's not easy to do.
What's your gimmick? I'm really capturable for toys.
I'm very toyetic. I mean, extremely toyetic.
He's overrated.
I like movies with that Arnie Schwarzenbacher. My shawl is itchy. My shawl is itchy.
Make sure to use a doily.
We played this game. Was Arkham Horror 87, so like the original board game. And they've got doodled investigator cards.
Oh, you should go to Board Game Geek for that. There's always going to be a picture in the images.
Are there?
Yeah.
See, it's like these. Oh, but they don't have the good ones here.
Well, yeah, I was saying if you go to the
Oh, there she is. There she is. Okay. Wait. Where?
You're going to the wrong sites. I'm really trying to help you here. You're not listening to a word I'm saying. Just,
see, but I don't know. It's just so much. How goes Rock?
Last entry against the birds, they're modded approx.
go back to your Google search. Go back to the actual search. Go back up top. Go to all.
Right.
There you go. See if that's the one you want.
So
There you go.
You know
Now
what? You know what,
go
Bill?
over to images there, and I'm sure you can find a picture of what you're looking for.
It's the same damn picture.
No, it isn't. See, I tried to help you, and then you just...
Yeah, because you're...
I'm trying to help you, that's why. And you can chroma key that, too.
so
Oven.
made got protection from Thought Scour and Mind Scope. So I decided to like Thought Scour myself. And I ended up Thought Scouring my last 2 Thought Scours. Event ended.
Huh?
Event's done.
Uh-huh. I know.
Have fun.
Bye. Was that out loud?
Oops. I'm sure, yeah, because board game you can usually, like, you can always find high res, etc., etc. A long day.
So, this character came across our playable board.
Mm-hmm.
Mister. I don't know my alphabet.
Yeah, you're going down. Okay, what's the name of this card?
It's Gloria. Oh, hang on. You know what?
There you go. You did it.
So, she comes up as a character.
Oh, Goldberg.
And, the first instinct I have is, my shaw is itchy. Instant classic. You know, just like we're playing viticulture and, what do you want to do? I want to plant. I want to plant. Anyway, I'm going to record Ricky's loss and Tron's ill-gotten win. It's ill-gotten because it's Tron. It's the only reason. I have nothing against the player, just the cards he wields. Even though he's 3 or 4-1-1 now. He's no Ricky Ruff, who's now 4-1. It's the first time Rhino's lost not a mirror match this year.
Ridiculous.
I hope it doesn't scare him away. Don't get scared off Rhinos. Embrace. Embrace the Rhino. Love the Rhino. Cuddle the Rhino. Partake the Rhino?
Ooh. Sex up the Rhino.
That's too far.
Oh, that's too far.
Anyway, so I think that's where to leave it. We had Snell on cam for 2 matches that went entirely way too short.
That bastard.
That bastard. Then we got to see Ricky Ruff finally get on camera, and he pulls against Tron.
Sad.
Sad days. Sad
rhinos.
days. No rhinos. I didn't even see a rhino. Damn Eugene. Damn Ulamog. Damn them all. Go live in a fire.
With Rudy and Jeremy.
With Rudy and Jeremy, who have been conjoined at the hip. Human centipede style.
Who else you want to add? You want to add MTG Lion and Daniel Chang. Who else you want to add to this big pile? Any other people in the Magic community you don't like? Add open boosters.
Nah. I don't mind open boosters.
I don't either.
It's well, I mean, let's just not let's just leave it open.
Add the
for a second.
okay, we'll add the entirety of the MTG Finance subreddit.
Sure, yeah, that sounds
they
good.
can live in the fire too.
Go live in the fire, MTG Finance community. You're keeping this game from the players, jerks. Anyway, do you have anything you would like to say?
I don't. I love everybody so much. Thank you guys for joining Bobby's stream here. He works really hard, and it's nice at least going out there to some ears. It's all a good time. All good fun.
He works so hard. Oh, the lie. I mean, no, I absolutely
He puts in more effort than you'd expect. He sits down. He actually watches the game.
Sometimes. Every once in a while. It's when I'm trying to find the information is when I lose the information. Would you stop it, Muse? It's gonna knock over the camera, and I don't want it to happen. Never gonna make it. Anyway, hopefully Tuesday I'll be in house, and I won't be sick, and completely hopped up on Mucinex DM. It's still a fantastic product. I recommend it if you truly need it.
Please sponsor us.
I am always open for any sponsorships.
We have a green screen back here. We can put Mucinex out there all you want.
Absolutely. You know. But anyway, I've been Evil Bob.
Yes, you have.
Your resident head in a box, reminding you that however you choose to live your life, I approve, even of Rudy and Jeremy.
I was wondering how you're going to pull that one out.
Even Rudy and Jeremy, I approve. I may not agree with your life choices or your life actions, but I fully subscribe to allowing you to live however you choose to live. It's what you do with that choice that's going to reflect on you. Go live in a fire.
When you're before God at the pearly gates and he judges you.
Even if you want to play Tron, even if you love Rudy and support him, even if you subscribe to the weird, crazy rantings of Jeremy, I still approve, because somebody has to. Have a good night. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back on Tuesday.
Woo!